It is a civilizational crisis. I've said this before. We are at a place, and you can see it from a mile away, we are at a place where great civilizations start to go and new civilizational models begin to gain steam, and there's a place where those two cross paths and they simply cannot coexist. We are there right now.
So shout out to Paleocrat.
Oh yeah, follow Paleocrat. He's all over this.
The woman explained how her boyfriend told her that his high fiber diet means that wiping is completely unnecessary. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing stars. They're worse than the people on the corner talking about the rapture's about to happen. It's an apocalyptic death cult. It's so demonic. I'm starting to think there's some kind of a conspiracy going on around here. Yeah, we are the wolf pack, by the way, guys. I forgot to say that. Ow! It's good to see you. It's good to see you. You guys always get me riled up, wild and zany. It's so eminent. Everything is eminent right now. 12 years, 8 years, we're all doomed. But the great animal uprising of 2020 it's happening all around. They're even starting to talk, dude. I've seen movies. They're just at this point pulling diamonds out of their rear end, which would be a fascinating ability, by the way. I heard it's all about the pressure. It's gonna happen, guys. We're gonna push, and we're gonna push hard, because that is what is always done. That is what America does, which is why you can see all that destruction. And what happens, by the way? Cities get burned, windows get smashed, people get pulled out of their cars, individuals have been shot, individuals have been beat bloody on the streets, and then what ends up happening? White supremacy is the big problem in America. What? No! No, no, no! It's over, man. It is over, son. I think they're lying to us. And you know how we know this? Because they buy into everything. They spread fake news like crazy. Is this real, guys? 50-50. There are people out there that have physiques like that. You see them oftentimes in parking garages like valet drivers and stuff. If you want to be an ignoramus and try to do the fisticuffs, hit the road, Jack and Jacqueline and Karen. Oh, you're not based, dude. You're based in Pato land, as in like located. Let's look him up on Google real quick. Oh, he's on 666 Pato Street. We're just gonna have fun. There's no serious stuff going on here. Oh, they're mukbang spiders. Why? Oh, holy crap. No. No, no, no. Do not flaunt that. That is not something to be proud of. There's been a big price tag for the sins that we've committed as a nation. And we've committed some of the most grotesque sins in the history of the world. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's this dude. He's kind of a beta cock, Play-Doh rolling, bubble blowing kind of guy. Says, you better take off that effing shirt, cause it offends women. What an ignorant way of looking at the world. You're gonna be tossed to and fro by every whim and fancy of a culture that hates you. This dude thinks it's offensive to women that I don't walk around with my shirt off. It's easy to say how great we are, and I believe that we're truly great. On the other hand, we got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They have no connection with the past, other than to simply remind the past always how much they hate it, and to dance on the graves of the democracy dead. The rabbits are now dressing up as Nicolas Cage. Plastic surgery, I bet, probably from that stinking cat. And you're like, you don't do plastic surgery. And he says, look at the plastic surgery I did for the rabbit. We need to repent. We need to take a knee for Jesus. Paleocrat's using that argument again. Come on, son. That's good, wholesome American stuff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands, and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no challenge for champions and chain no fear. Yeah, the champions, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, in fact, for that amazing introduction. I am extraordinarily grateful, like I am every single day. You are listening right now to Paleocrat Diaries, hosted by the one and only Jeremiah Bannister, the Paleocrat, the OG. And we're here every single weekday, 10-ish to 12-ish, 1-ish. Something like that. It's always a good time. Today is December 15th, and we've got an amazing show for you. I don't want to take too long to get into things, so we're just going to go right ahead, right now.
5.
Actually, hold on.
4.
Give me 1 second. There we go.
3. 2.
Gonna move that off. Okay, that way I can go back to the main screen. That way I can go back there and it won't play the intro. Gotta go ahead and do that. So, okay, real quickly. We do this every single show. We let you know that no matter where you are tuning in, no matter where you are, if you're on Facebook, if you're on DLive, if you're on YouTube, for however long that lasts, for however long that's going to go on, right? For all of these things, actually, and we're experimenting with all different mediums, all different places. But whether you're on Twitch, we're on BitChute, right? I don't know if that's live though. It shows up good though in the search engine. I'm really excited about that. But no matter where you are, if you're tuning in, you can comment and we can see it. For example, you can see right here at the top of the screen, you can see the YouTube symbol. And it says right here, Alice Marie says, when we live in the flesh, we see things in the flesh. When we live in the spirit, we see things in the spirit. It's totally true. And we navigate both worlds, by the way. We navigate both worlds. We're not so heavenly minded that we're no earthly good. Jesus never intended this. But he never wanted you to be so good at the world that you were, on a slippery slide straight to HE double hockey sticks. And so you need to be able to balance this thing. The world is important, and that's why he has all authority in heaven and on earth. We ask for his will to be done in heaven and on earth, and so we navigate both these spheres, right? We incorporate the spiritual because we are spiritual, and we also do things in the flesh, not in the sense of sin, but in the sense of, that we've got some skin. So, okay, but you can see the comment right there. You can see it from YouTube, right? And if you go, oh, look at that, Lurk Gertz. Okay. So Lurk Gertz, he's lurking right now. He's lurking in the comments section. And I'm really grateful for that because I don't know if he caught this, but yesterday, check this out. Check this out, man. Yeah. I got this cup from him. He brought it over and he's like, dude, it's a straight to the dome mug. Now I thought it said straight to the dome on it. I opened it up. I was like, dang, son, where'd you find one? This said straight to the dome. It does not say that, but I am going to say it does say Van's Pastry Shop. And I really encourage people to, if you're in this area, learn more about Vans. They're going through a lot of different things right now, and because of the stuff going on around us that makes work and jobs and staying open kind of tough. And so going through a lot and really great people. And so, in fact, I had another listener post something to my wall about this group. Didn't even know. I've never been to Vans before this. My buddy, Alert Gertz, brought over this cup. He also brought over some cookies. I'm all saying, yeah, man, my crusade against fat, dude, I'm hardcore. And I see that box of cookies, and I'm like, I'm hardcore for some cookies. Hook a brother up, man. I was fighting with my kids, man. I'm knocking them over. Blam, 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 left and right. Those cookies are mine. Those are my cookies. So really grateful for that. He said Sunday's Advent reading was on angels. Pretty fascinating creatures. Peter Kreft has got some very good talks on angels. It was an article that I saw. And I just thought it was fascinating within the overall context of discussions that we've been having about modernity and about getting back to truth and getting back to beauty and getting back to tradition and what this means even for typographical minds, but even artistic hearts. And so we're going to be talking a lot more about that. Today we're going to not just talk about some angels. It's within the context of doing better as Christians about writing novels and engaging with film and making film that doesn't suck. Because the truth is, so many Christian movies are just, I'm sorry to tell you. I feel that way. It's like they've got good messages, but it's a movie. That's the whole thing. It's a movie. We're telling a story. The story can be powerful, but it has to be in the realm of where we can legitimately suspend disbelief. And we've got to do it. And so we're gonna talk about that, especially because we got some crazy junk going on, and we'll talk about it with Guardians of the Galaxy, where Hollywood is really wanting to have a Christian man, make out with some dudes. And so that's what's going on with that, guys. And we're going to see where old Pratt stands on that, because it's pretty wicked what they're going to do. It's pretty wicked what they're going to do. And it's not just with that. It's not just with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's with Zorro. It's with Spider-Man. It's with practically every movie, because Hollywood is a pedo-satanic cult. Is just, I'm sorry to tell you, it's basically what's going on over there. Okay, on Facebook, so those are comments from YouTube. Right here, we got one from Facebook. Now, I don't know which Facebook page this is, because there's many different channels that this is broadcasting over at the exact same time. Okay, and so it's one of those things where I can't see. I can see it's on Facebook, but I don't know if it's Catholic Media, if it's Catholic Live, if it's Paleocrat. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I think there's a Rosary channel on there. There's a whole bunch of channels. Or same thing with YouTube, by the way. Same thing with YouTube. But Bethany over on Facebook says, "Hey, howdy ho, howdy ho to you." I see. Here's the thing. I've met Bethany. I know her. In fact, I've known her for a minute. Reconnected after many, many years, but known her for a minute. And the thing is, I can imagine her saying this. She's in the Wolfpack song, by the way. Her and her husband, Adam, they're the ones laughing and giggling and having fun in the car. The woo hot. That one. So, hey, howdy ho to you. Welcome to day 15 of the final level of 2020. Keep howling, Wolfpack. You better believe it. Ow! We are the Wolfpack right here. I got a Facebook friend request. And let me say this first, and then let me complain for a moment. So I get this Facebook friend request. I don't know who this person is. This is part of a problem that has just gotten worse and worse and worse. And I think there's a couple culprits in my friend list that are legit people, known them for a long time, but I think that they got into something crazy where all of a sudden now I get like maybe 30 friend requests a day from people I don't know, and it's always these couple people, and they're not fans of the show. They're not fans of the show, or they're new people that I added, and then all these new people are coming in through them, and I'm like, okay, I think I know what's going on. But somebody sent me a friend request yesterday. I had no idea who this person was. I go, and their profile picture is a wolf, and it's howling, and it's got a little wolfie. And I said, oh, man, come on. The person obviously is listening to the show. There's no other reason why someone would have that. It must be. They're like, this is my message to everybody. I'm part of the Wolfpack. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay, so yes, we're going to keep howling. And yeah, of course, you got the little emojis. You got the wolf. That's a nice-looking wolf, by the way. It's a nice-looking wolf. Not as nice-looking as mine. My little wolfie is mega handsome. It's got the heart, the patriotic American flag, and as always, man, my very, very powerful right arm. It's what it is, guys. It's what it is. I'm telling you right now. All right. So as you can see, that's the whole point of this. Oh, Mark M. says, we read in Scripture what they can do in Tobit. We read how they can take human form. They are pure spirit. That's the thing. And a lot of people may have never read Tobit before. They may have never read Tobit before. Even maybe some Catholics haven't read Tobit. I know a lot of Catholics, sadly, I know many Catholics, they're just not really into the Bible. They don't read it very much. And they really ought to. They really, really, really ought to. And yeah, you're totally right, by the way, with that. Rachel says, yay! It's good to see you, Rachel. You know what? I'm going to have to figure out how to do this without... Well, maybe I can just go on Facebook and I can pop it up. Because your husband... People that don't know this, man, Rachel and her husband, John, and they are some awesome, awesome people. They've done amazing things. Somehow they figure out, man, they're always there a lot of time. Not always, right? It's not like every single shot. I wish they were. But where CNN or MSNBC, they show up and they're doing some kind of a broadcast on the ground somewhere, and John is there in the background going nuts. He was doing it yesterday to NBC, and it is hilarious. Even the people on NBC are like, oh, because the whole time, man, you get John back there, he's got his American flag, and he's looking all hardcore, and he's like, NBC sucks, liars. They had to pan away, man. They couldn't deal with it. They had to pan away to some picture that was just static there for a long time. Like, we're not going to show this guy. And it's like, well, tough luck. You can hear him. So maybe we'll be able to get that video on here today. That'd be a lot of fun. If not today, then I'll get it on there tomorrow. But either way, amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Michael Contreras. Look, Michael. You're letting me down, homie. You're letting me down. I anticipated seeing you in here as a regular, dude. As a regular. This is unacceptable, Michael. It is unacceptable. No, Michael's a great guy. Michael, we've had some awesome conversations, got a great family, and just really, really cool stuff. Michael Contreras. There's another Michael right above him, yes, on YouTube. So you can see again, YouTube, Facebook. You got good mornings all over the place. Jenny DeYoung, good morning. God bless you, and God bless you, Jenny. I'm really grateful for that, and I like that smiling sun emoji. Is that what that is? It's a smiling sun. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. People, I get asked all the time. They're like, how do you do this, man? How do you do this? You wake up every day. Are you really like this every morning? I'm like, aren't you? Yes. We are like this every single morning. It is high octane, man. It is high octane. It's pedal to the metal, man. We are rocking this world because it's another day, right? This is the day the Lord has made. We have yet another day. We've opened up our eyes. We've taken a deep breath in a world that God has made yet again. He's given us the great fortune of being alive and being alive another day to be part of this tremendous story. And so just glad to be a part of it. And I'm glad to be around people like you. So very, very grateful for that, Sunshine, Jenny. Really, really appreciate it. Brian says, good morning, brother. And Wolfpack, let's take a knee for Jesus Christ. It's true. If you have not taken a knee for Jesus Christ, you really ought to do that. In fact, you must. And you should do it today. And if you are wondering why you should, or you're afraid to do it again, maybe you've done it before, you've been part of the church and you've walked away. That happens a lot. We're living in an age of great darkness and tons of evil and a lot of apostasy. And I know this firsthand. I walked away from the church for almost 8 years. My story is available on YouTube, on multiple different places, multiple different channels. You can see it on my own at Paleocrat. But if you'd like to talk to somebody and you don't have anybody to talk to, make sure you can email us. And you can do that at paleocratdiaries@gmail.com. And that's super serious. I mean, I know the morning time is fun and stuff, but that's something that we're not joking around about. You really do need to take a knee for Jesus Christ. It's one of those things. He's the Savior of the world, and He is the Lord of all, and you need to take a knee. So, okay, Brian Parker. Yep, okay. I should make a mug that says straight to the dome. I got to do it, man. But see, the thing is, you go through places like Cafe Press, stuff like that. I think Ailey's doing a new one, going through a new place. You a little more dynamic with the pictures and stuff. It wraps all the way around the mug instead of just one spot. You can do stuff all the way around or on both sides or whatever. But we would need to have a mug, dude, that's like in the shape of a wolf. We couldn't just have it like a regular little mug that's like straight to the dome. It's like, no, we would need it to be a rather large mug and maybe in the shape of a howling wolf. You're drinking from the fangs. That kind of a thing. It's going to be a bunch of fun. We got to figure it out. But I can't do the small, tiny, eatsy mug straight to the dome. I feel badly about it sometimes when I come downstairs and Ailey, she's bringing my coffee down and bringing my lemonade down and everything else, getting me pumped up and ready for the show. Kind of like having my holsters, with the guns and everything. I got my coffee. I got my water. I got everything else around me that I need. And I look over and I'm all excited to just straight to the dome with the Wolfpack song. And I look over at the coffee and it's this little eatsy mug, man, like a Barbie mug. So what? You can't straight to the dome with that. That's why I'm really grateful for old Lurk Gertz, man. For old Lurk Gertz giving me this. Let's see. Ailey says, yes, you have been to Vans. They have all those cookie jars. See, Ailey, I don't know if I believe you, by the way. If I went to some place that had a ton of cookie jars, I think I would remember that. I think I'm basically like Winnie the Pooh, but with cookies. Well, and honey, but mainly cookies. Okay, if I see a bunch of cookies, I'll go over there and say, Rabbit, I think those cookies are for me. And I will eat those. Yeah, TRN says, are you a Scorsese fan? Yes, I am. Of course, there are some movies that he's made that obviously. But overall, as an artistic mind, yes, most definitely, without a doubt. James says, Jeremiah, it's the feds. Don't add them. You know what, dude, I would not be surprised. I'm telling you, man, I'm averaging right now. He's talking about friends on Facebook. I'm averaging right now probably 30 friend requests a day right now. It's through the roof. Never before Never before. And look, I mean, okay, the show's gotten bigger. I got it. At the same time, let's be real. I mean, it ain't that much bigger. It's like we're still the mom and pop shop here. Okay, I mean, we don't have any visions of grandeur about this. We say no, this is a mom and pop type show. You know, we're talking to regulars. A lot of these people they tune in. You know, they got their coffee ready. They know the routine. Right? We're grateful for new people all the time, and we get new people all the time. More and more people subscribing over at the website. But the truth is, you know, 30 friend requests a day. Randos. Now, sometimes I've gotten in this habit where I'll go to the person's site if I'm seeing a bunch of stuff, right? Like they seem to all have birthdays recently, like recently. And another tactic is you see that you see some posts, but the posts are from other people tagging a bunch of people, and I'm like, you guys are like a bot network, right? You guys are like a follower farm network, and so you tag people. It gives the impression that there are others involved in it, and yet you go through and you're like, oh, and sometimes if you scroll far enough, I'll go to the pictures, and you might have a picture. Let's say it's some lady, you know, and she's wearing a mantilla, because a lot of them, you know, they appear Catholic or at least Christian, and you know, they've got the mantilla on or something like that. And you scroll down far enough, and all of a sudden, all of the profile pictures are some dude from Nigeria. And I'm like, boy, bro, you've taken, you know, you've gone that Michael Jackson around, but, you know, like hardcore. even that's a lot. That's a lot. And so a lot of plastic surgery. And so the thing is, you know, I'll go through that. If I see that, obviously, that's a no. If I see stuff, and this is what bothers me. It's where there's like a chilling effect with this. Is that there might be legitimate people. I had one just recently, a legitimate person who, you know, I get all these ads that are, you know, I get all these ads that are people with starving children, and they have pictures of starving kids, and they might have a picture of themselves inside of a house, and they've got a Bible up, and they say that they're a pastor. Sometimes if they reach out to me and they'll ask for money, they don't know me, they've never met me. I'm not comfortable with that, by the way. I'm not comfortable with that. They know nothing about me. I'm just another person, and this is like a mechanism. And I can understand, especially in some places that have a difficult time with technology. They don't have the reach that maybe people in America do. I understand that. But I would need to be able to confirm that with the diocese or something like that, that it's a legit organization, this is a legit person, and that the money would, in fact, go to the diocese, which would be distributed to the group. It's the only way that I would ever even really feel comfortable with that person in my friends list. Otherwise, they're going to go through my friends list and go all over the place and, you know, spread it around. And so I kind of have a strict rule about that. And it weeds out a lot of people. And it weeds out a lot of those, you know, that reach out to you, you know, and say, hey, sir, how are you? Blessings to you. And, you know, you talk to them and they say, you know, do you know me? Are you familiar with my family or what I do for a living? No, I'm not. Would you consider giving money? And I'm just like, no. Like, and it's sad because the truth is there are a lot of people in need, and it makes it tough. You know, it makes it tough, and you don't want to get resentful where you see that and you just immediately say no to that person. At the same time, you got to be careful. And of course, they might be a Fed. I had somebody, I've had people, you guys get this, man, and I'm sorry for the going on for so long at the beginning. We're just having fun. But if you guys ever had it, where people, you know, they come in and they'll talk to you. And I had one man that was kind of sly, you know, it talked to me kind of legit for a while. But I was noticing there's a lot of problems with the English where it'd be like a period at the end of a sentence and then a space and then a question mark. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's somebody who doesn't really know what's going on. But the thing is a lot of these people, they'd be like the National Benefit Service. Oh, I had a guy yesterday told me that he's like, have you heard the good news? And I'm like, okay, unless this is about Jesus, you're a scammer. I already know it. It's like you guys always, oh, did you hear the good news about me yesterday? Well, what was it? This dude yesterday told me that this National Benefit Service, which is phone balloons, I mean, completely fake. There's no government group that's like, yeah, we work for this group. And apparently sent an agent over there. All he had to do was fill out a piece of paper. It's all he had to do. And he didn't even have to fill out a piece of paper. He had to do it with an agent through Facebook, because that's the way the government's doing it now. It's amazing. The agent is right there on Facebook, and you go and you add them as a friend, and then they'll talk to you and they'll get your information, and then they'll come right to your door, and they'll hand you $70,000 in cash. I was like, okay, bro, we're all ticked off because nobody's been getting the, $1,200, right, that we got in the one payment from the government since COVID. And everybody's mad because nobody's taking care of business when it comes to this. They're doling out money to Israel. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff with our money. But they're military contracts and all that stuff with the deep state. But yet people are starving. People are getting kicked out of their homes by the end of this month, by the way. We're talking millions of people. They're going to lose their homes by the end of the month. They're going to lose their homes. And the thing is that all this is going on, and we're fighting over the idea of getting another $1,200. And this homeboy is telling me that some honcho is going to come to my house with a bag filled with cash of $70,000 from the government. And I'm like, oh, man, look, the government is pretty dumb. And the government sells a bunch of, has a lot of pork, constantly, shoving the mouths of deep staters and big organizations and lobbyists with tons of money. Feed us more. And doing that, but not the average Joe. Not the average Joe, home slice, and $70,000 in cash, dude. And you know what's crazy? I was like, no, it didn't. that didn't happen. Oh, yeah, I did. I saw your name on a list. No, you didn't, dude. You did not see my name on some stinking list and say, I'm going to look up Jeremiah Bannister, and if my name was on the list, don't you expect that I'm going to be getting that loot? Crap's driving me nuts, man. That's as bad as I'm a barrister from, some very obscure place, and a person died, and now I have control over their assets, but we are in a country that's bad, and we've picked you, Mr. Rando Joe in America. Mr. Johnny Q. Rando. Sally Sue Rando. And they want to send you the money. That's what they want to do. They want to send you millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And what's crazy is they don't realize, okay, millions of dollars for us, but they don't, the thing is millions of dollars for them. I mean, come on, give me a break. Buy me a candy bar over here. And so it's like, I don't mean to be rude about that. That sucks for them, and it's a bad thing. But come on, man. Come on. Let's see. Shree says, I'm hoping you go late today after 12 since I get out at 12. I'm going to go after 12. Yeah, Brian says, speaking of reading, what is the best way for Matt and you to claim the prizes? Dude, you guys, the best way is we need to connect via email. I was supposed to do that yesterday. I apologize. I announced you guys won, and we need to connect because I have a selection of books, and I think I'm going to stick topically and just say, of different topics that we kind of touch on. What are some topics that you may like, and then I will pick and have the family pick books among those to send to you. And so we'll go ahead and do that. You can do that, paleocratdiaries@gmail.com. Sheree says, angels aren't just spiritual beings. They're also messengers for both human and spirit. This is true, by the way. That's we're talking the use of messenger in the Bible for people who, for example, in Revelation, that may have gone and read to different churches, read the letters and stuff like that. That's true. Yeah, you're right. So the word usage for that, but categorically, I think they're talking about angels, celestial creatures. All right. Jenny DeYoung, but good point, by the way. Let's see. For me, it's tough being high octane, but today is a new day. Jenny, look, I'm making up for what you can't do. So, and I'm actually being serious about this. I told people before that this show in many ways is like an act of reparation. And an act of reparation saying that, you're not only doing this for the wrong that's been committed, maybe against the sacrament, for example, but also making up for the lack for those people who do not give worthy adoration to that sacrament. And so I'm not saying you don't give worthy adoration. I'm saying that in principle, the idea is that some people, they're going through hard times. We're all at different places at different times in our lives. And that sometimes it's hard to be high octane, right? And not everybody can, we're not all the same. I'm not expecting, the world would be boring, right? If there were not all sorts of people, right? Not everybody is the same. Not everybody acts like this. And the world to me would be boring, and this show would not be as fantastic. If everybody was acting this way and doing all the goofy, zany crap that I do on the show, people it wouldn't be as fantastic, you know. It wouldn't be so niche. And so but I'm grateful that you're there. I'm grateful you're there, and I hope that it's at least, you know, contagious. A little itsy bit. Little eaters. I hope it's contagious, and that at least you look at it and you say, it is a new day. And if you can wake up, and this is for all of you, if you guys can wake up and you're like, you know, cracking those eyes open, wiping the boogers, getting on your knees to pray in the morning, first thing, and then getting up and doing, you know, all your morning routine, and you sit there and deep in the back of your mind, you hear the echo of a howl. If that's true, and that's motivating, you're like, yeah, boy, and you're pouring that coffee, and you hear this, ow, and you hear it in the background, and you're just nodding your head. That's good. That's good enough for me. All right. Yeah, your spirit and energy helps you. My spirit and my energy helps you. Yes, definitely. Look, I'm grateful for that. That's what I'm grateful for, Jenny. You know, and that's all I can hope for, you know. It's all I can hope for, because you being here and you saying that kind of thing, that helps me. Okay? And so we're all in this together. And I'm really grateful to be side by side with you in this. I mean that. So I'm really grateful that you're here. I'm really grateful that the spirit and the energy of this program helps you, and that you have found a group of people, right? The wolf pack. And that you really find that as a really important thing in your day. I'm really glad. Paula Knack says, time for my shot of whiskey. I know who you are. I know who you are, Paula. That was one of the greatest compliments I've ever had, man. When I spoke at the Capitol in Lansing, and you came up to me and you said, your voice is like a shot of whiskey. And the way you said it, I said, oh man, this lady. I wish I could like do that little laser beam thing and get you really, really little, you know, like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids thing. Honey, I Shrunk Paula. She's on my shoulder now, whispering really nice things into my ear all day to keep me pumped, to keep me excited, giving me the power, right? The energy to keep on going, Jesus of Nazareth. That's hard. I can't say Jesus of Nazareth said. So Jon. I got to say it that way. I can't say Jesus of Nazareth said, I was on a highway to hell. I can't. That doesn't make any sense. But Jon says he was on a highway to hell. Thank you, Jesus of Nazareth. Yes. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. So, okay. So that's the idea, guys. That is the idea. So you can see, and I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm really grateful that we had so much conversation about this. But that's the comment section. So, okay, make sure to go to paleocratdiaries.com to learn more. Of course, you can see the contact page. It's got our emails. It's got our phone numbers. There's my mega hot half Korean wife, Ailey. We talk about her. She's in the comment section, I believe, on YouTube, although she may also be in Facebook. She might navigate around on both places. But I think she's on YouTube. If she's on the Paleocrat channel, I'm not sure. Or it might be Holy Faith Media, not entirely sure. If you don't know how to spell Paleocrat, it's right there at the top. Paleocrat, paleocratdiaries.com. And if you'd like to become a member, we're really grateful for this. Super duper grateful. You $5 a month, you become a bona fide member of the Paleo Naughty. We actually just had a conversation last night about the cost of the mugs and how much of that cost we're just going to just eat it. You know, I have a feeling that at least for a limited time, we're just going to eat the cost of that. That if you become a member, even just 1 month, that's basically you buying that. And so I think that's what we're going to do. But we're talking about that right now, as well as some other perks and stuff for members. I'm working with the manager of the network, Holy Faith Media. I'm going to have him help me to create that members only page so that it's behind a wall. That's the only thing that would be behind that kind of a paywall for that. And so that way we can do private videos and live streams, even diary entries and stuff like that would be just for members only, and that's $5 a month. And remember, every single penny that we make, whether it's through super chat, and there was a super chat yesterday. I'm really sorry that I didn't get to it about the Great Reset. $15 somebody donated, and they didn't do it through my YouTube, although my YouTube is now, it will be it qualifies for monetization. I haven't set it up yet. Because I've been kind of divided over it, but I think they were over at Holy Faith Media, the one with like 40,000 subscribers on it, and they left a super chat about the Great Reset, and I just wanted to let everybody know I actually bought the book, COVID, because there's 2 books, The Great Reset. It'd be interesting to see how they match up, but COVID-19, The Great Reset, by Klaus Schwab. I bought the book so that I can actually go through and detail it, not just relying on what other people said. Because sometimes, they might emphasize things that are different from me. We talked about that yesterday with news and stuff. And so, but that kind of a thing, right? And so 100% though, to get back on point, 100% of the funds that come into this show, whether it is through PayPal, which I'm going to have an announcement for that, because you can go to paypal.me/Paleocrat. I made it yesterday. I tried looking up alien. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm just going to do Paleocrat. So yes, paypal.me/Paleocrat. You do that. You do Cash App. You do the $5 a month. However you do it. Some people send us checks. However you do it, 100%. And it's right there on our PayPal. 100% of it currently goes toward our children's education. We'll one day reach a place where, if we're doing this consistent enough, that we probably make more than that. And we'll have different things and different projects and different ways that we direct that money. But we're always going to be transparent with you guys about how that's done. Interviews, of course, public speaking, you can find all of that. And if you'd rather just simply subscribe, totally free, you can do that right at the bottom of the page. Subscribe to our newsletter. We're working on creating a newsletter. Currently, it is just if we post an update, it goes to you. And we don't spam you. So it's a bunch of fun. Last one of the announcements, a Patriot Christmas extravaganza. We're recording tonight. The Team Tight Answer family here, my family, Team Tight Answer forever. We are recording a commercial for this, and I'm hoping if we get it done and if it doesn't require too much editing, because I'm putting it together with these kind of storyboard, right? And so frame by frame kind of thing, and that way we know what's going to happen, we know what's going on, leaving a little room for some improvisational work or some ideas in the moment that people come up with, some of the family, that might be better than what was originally thought. And so we're going to record that. Hopefully, it won't require too much editing. And if it does not require too much editing, then we'll be able to go ahead and publish that tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, another thing tomorrow, we are going to have one of the Joes. What was it? Joe Pacello? From Joe, the Frontline with Joe and Joe. Oh, not only at Holy Faith Media, but also at the Crusade channel. Joe's going to be on the show tomorrow. He's going to be on the show, guys. And so we are going to have an amazing good time. It's going to be a blast. And so he's going to be on the show. I think it's like 11:30 tomorrow. We're having him on. And that might actually become, there's a good possibility. There's rumors, right? Rumors are swirling that it's a good possibility that this show is going to begin having segments even daily, right? Or many days a week that will involve different people, specifically with those with the front lines with Joe and Joe, but with other people on Holy Faith Media and elsewhere. But we're going to start with Joe. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Talked to him last night. Great guy. But this right here, we're going to make this commercial for this right here, December 23rd, okay? It's 4 to 7 p.m. You got the Patriot Christmas extravaganza, how the Gretsch stole Christmas and the people took it back. And that's what's going on. And it's going to be a great time because we are going to have Christmas cheer as we peacefully gather at the Capitol, okay? Music, hot chocolate, heroes, community giving, lights, parade, tons of fun. And I've heard we've even got a Santa. We got a Santa. There will be pictures with Santa. And I've heard, there's rumor that there are some really, really fantastic elves. And I'm not kidding about this. I have heard crazy stuff. And that there's going to be floats, okay? Lights all over. It's going to be amazing. Christmas music, carols. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, moving on, guys. Moving on. Well, okay. What the Book 3 over on YouTube wrote, I love the Paleocrat, love the glasses. Oh, wait a second. I know who this is. That shared this. And you love the glasses. I got him here. I'm not wearing them right now, but I will. And you know what? We're getting to the reading. I can go ahead. I'll put on these glasses a little bit. All right. There you go. I kind of dig it, man. I got the little reflection though, and it kind of bothers me a tad. But the thing is, I know who this person is, and I think this person is doing that because they felt bad because they were saying that I look really not good right now, like that I'm sickly or something. And I said, man, if I'm sickly and I'm rocking out like this, and I'm doing the hardcore junk every single day, I'm like, wow. And she's like, you're not looking too good. I'm thinking, man, what would I be like if I was? What would I be like? She's all telling me I'm looking very, very deathly. She's like, you look like you're about to die. What are you talking about? Yeah, everybody else disagreed. Everybody else disagrees. I think that's what this is about. No, the truth is, I know this person. One of the greatest people that I even know. One of the greatest people. Been there through thick and thin. Was there as a very, very close and dear friend. Married to my longest lasting friend in my life. So I know who this is. I know who this is. What the Book. Make sure to follow What the Book 3. All right. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, no. Okay. Did this happen this morning? Why didn't my kids tell me this? Oh, no. Okay, this is at the school. This is the mass at the school. Now, it is hard because, going to the mass at the school, it doesn't start early enough that I could go and even be on at 10:30. It would be really tough to get everything organized. I mean, I'd have to be up really, really, really early for this. So, but it's the Rorate Celli Mass. Is it Rorate Celli? Yeah, okay, man, this is killing me. This is killing me. Yeah, drop down, ye heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. And look at some of these pictures, by the way. Look at some of these pictures right there. So that right there, when I say we're sending our kids to Sacred Heart, when I say that, and I say that they begin school with mass every day, sometimes their mass looks like this. Look at this. Oh, ad orientem, man. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, Latin mass. I got to talk to the kids when they get home. Say, come on, man. Yeah, it's Rorate Mass, man. Right there, Rorate Mass. And they do that pretty often here. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, and there, of course, is the altar rail. That is the altar rail. Oh, boy. And who's this over here, man? Who's the altar server? Is that? Almost looks like the headmaster, man. Is it? I have a feeling, man, that's the headmaster. Are you serious? I can't get any closer than that, though. I can't get any closer. Oh, my gosh, there's a video. Okay, guys. So, okay, you're going to hear. So, again, this is awesome. Okay, so when I say my kids go to Sacred Heart Academy and they begin school every single day with Mass, it's not always like this, but it's kind of like this. Take the candles out, all those candles. Sometimes there's lights and everything. This is a special kind of Mass. But they have Mass like this all the time. Okay, and so I want you to hear it because I hope they've got some chanting going on. Hold on. Okay, that was it. Oh man, well I guess that's good. I could have literally gone through that forever. I could have, man. I could have. We're going right back to that screen because I gotta tell you. I love this. I absolutely love this. I love this church. I love the school. I love the culture that is created there. And Father Sirico is a visionary. He's a visionary when it comes to this local culture for the parish. I love him with all my heart. His challenge and exhortation to me when I came back to the church after all those years, to come back and to tell me the most challenging thing, to say, look, no more videos, no more radio, no more podcasts, no more blogs, no more articles, no more interviews, no more social media, no more speeches or panel discussions or anything, nothing. You completely get away from it. And you go to church as often as you possibly can and go to the sacraments as often as you possibly can. It was one of the greatest advisements of my entire life. In fact, it would be the greatest advisement. It was life-changing. I went to church that year. It was over like 320 times. It was amazing. And I was there. I basically lived there. And I absolutely love it. I love it. Oh, man. I love that. I love the school. I love that church. Oh, man. Thank God for them. All right. Peloton co-founder drinks 40 handfuls of water. What? 40 handfuls of water every morning until he's almost sick. It's Dominic Smithers again. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. We haven't seen anything from Sonia Jane in a while. And I looked it up. I was worried, man. I'm like, okay, we see Sonia Jane all the time. And I went over there. Was she over NDTV, I think? And I went over there to check it out. Sonia Jane hasn't done anything since sometime in November. I need to find out what's going on with that. We may have outed her. I said we liked her, and I'm like, oh, you know, we talk about, like, yeah, she's watching the show, she's sending us smoke signals, letting us know about the animal uprising and everything, because she was on the ball with that. She was on the ball with that, and now I don't even know if she's with them anymore. I don't know, but this guy. So okay, by the way, the cycling giant Peloton says that he drinks 40 handfuls of water every morning until he feels sick. Okay, John Foley revealed that he was given the tip by an old workmate who said it was a great way of staying as hydrated as possible in the morning. Well, you know, that is a way of doing that. Why would you do this? Speaking to the New York Times, the businessman admitted that that it's something he took on board and it really ran with him. He said, 20 years ago, a colleague told me the key to your day is to hydrate as much as you can. So the first thing I do is drink 40 sips of water from my hand at the upstairs bathroom sink. Number one, that's kind of gross. Number two, why your hand, man? I guess if you figured it out. And why 40? Why not 41, dude? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe the truth is you could be hydrating much more than you could, thinking, you know, you've worked yourself into a kind of obsessive and compulsive habit of 40. You know, don't you know the trick? I saw this on a Wim Hof video where he's having people do the deep breathing, and then he has them do push-ups as they're holding that breath, right? They release the breath, they're holding it, and they do these push-ups. Gets that blood flowing and everything is pretty powerful. Actually, got to be careful, man. You want to pass out and hit the floor. End up being all smushy and stuff. And so, but the thing is that he was showing a video of this, and he's counting all over the place. He's like 1, 2, 8, 4, 7, 13, 6. And he's doing that the whole time because people, if they get in the habit of like, well, I'm going to do 25 push-ups, they get to that point where it's almost like training them to believe that at that point, that's your breaking point. And I'm wondering if that's the case with the 40 sips. I mean, maybe he could do, 50. We don't know. We should trick him. Man. You can drink more than that. You can do it. Come on, man. Come on. Give it what you got. Don't wuss out on me, man. Don't wuss out on me. And I know, by the way, I know what it's like to drink a bunch of water and feel really sick. They did that to me in the Navy. I got in an argument with a superior in boot camp. I was like second in command in the division. There was somebody above me, and I got in an argument because he was upset. He was upset because he wasn't just upset. He did something stupid. And you tell me what you guys think, man. Maybe I was wrong. I don't think so, but tell me. So you're not allowed to write unauthorized letters in the Navy, right? And so you have certain days and certain times that you're allowed to write. You have to earn that crap, and you can lose it. And sometimes they'll just take it away, just to do their thing. But the thing is that if you write unauthorized letters, so you're writing during the week, you're sneaking in little letters and stuff, you can get not just in trouble, but the entire division in trouble. Everybody's going to be in trouble. And in fact, they would take away maybe your right to even call your family and your loved ones. And so that's a really, really taboo thing. You don't do that, man, ever. Well, we found out that this one guy was doing that. And we, we're kind of like, man, what's going on with this? And none of the superiors were there. None of the petty officers were there. And so we made a decision. We said, look, you're either going to admit to the group that you did this, or you're going to go and we're going to talk to the petty officer. Well, the guy's like, I ain't going to do that. I'd rather be at the mercy of my shipmates here on this. And so, I guess technically not shipmates yet, but the thing is, fellow recruits. So he goes and he tells everybody. And everybody's real mad. I mean, we're just outraged by this. We didn't understand that he happened to have one of the most smoking hot wives any of us had ever seen. We were actually surprised. We're like, that guy? Are you serious? And I'm like, well, we all understood after that. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'd do that. But we were upset at the time. And then the drill sergeant comes back in. The petty officer comes back in, and the guy above me, he ends up going, and he tells the petty officer after the guy had already told everybody. He's crying and everything. He's telling everybody's mad at him, yelling at him, swearing at him. And then petty officer comes in like 10 minutes later. Homeboy goes over, does it. I go over to him and I said, why'd you do that, dude? You literally betrayed the trust of this guy. Like, well, what were you thinking? And I got in trouble, man. A petty officer heard me and said, are you talking back to a superior, someone in the pecking order above you? And I was like, yes. And I tried saying why. And he's like, yeah, you're going to drop. And so the thing is, for 3 hours, I did that. And they made me drink and drink and drink tons of water, do jumping jacks, push-ups, everything else. I'm puking all over the place. So I know what it's like, but I wouldn't do this. Wait, who does this, by the way? That's ridiculous. And from the 40 of them. And it has to be from the bathroom sink. Why, dude? Why? Woman shares hilarious photo of husband's present wrapping under the Christmas tree. All right. Let's see here. Okay, for one, I already know that she's gonna be throwing the husband under the bus. Husbands out there, wives out there, you tell me, how good is your husband at wrapping gifts? So all the ladies, all the wives out there, be honest, okay? Maybe your husband's not watching the show. Let's hope and pray. Or if he is, that he's got a good sense of humor, because I know where it's gonna go. You tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, when your husband wraps gifts, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that? How would you rate that? You know, I used to be really good at it. I worked at Saks at Fifth Avenue. I was the head of the department that took care of gifts, and they had that all year round because, you know, you have a lot of hoity-toity, fancy pant people coming in there. Lots and lots of money flowing through that place. And so they always want to have the department that is going to wrap the gifts for people and special surprises for ceremonies and festivities and stuff like that. And so, you know, it was just all the time. I was always back there. And it was amazing. Absolutely loved it. And I learned how to professionally wrap gifts. And so I used to be really good at it. And I don't know if I'm as good at it anymore. I'm still not bad. You know, if I actually focus on it, I'm like, look, you got to do it this way. I'm not bad. Not bad. Not as good, man. You get out of that habit. It's one of those things. It's not quite like getting back on a bike. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's okay. A mom has left people in stitches. Who wrote this, by the way? Who wrote this? Luke Matthews. They always assume that, by the way, that everybody's in stitches. We're going to find out. After sharing her husband's effort to wrap Christmas presents, and it turns out she's not alone. Liz Wilkinson posted a photo of her Christmas tree and the presents left underneath. It's not too difficult to guess which were selected by her and which were bought by her partner, Mark. Okay, let's see here. Okay. If you guys had to guess, man, which one was wrapped by the wife and which one is wrapped by the husband? That's not even wrapped. You know, if you're going to do that, and this is why it's like, give me a break, bro. Give me a break with this. Because you at least need to get a bag. And it doesn't need to be a fancy bag like those little bags you can buy at Walgreens and stuff. It doesn't have to be that. You know, you can have a garbage bag. Just get a marker and write on it, man. Draw a little reindeer or something, dude. Nobody will know the difference. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, okay, okay, so he's kind of a goof. Yeah. So, yeah, but you know, tell the truth about that, guys. What's the worst wrapped present you've ever seen? You know, maybe the ones, I think I had one time where the gift actually stuck out of the bag and it wasn't wrapped, so you could just totally see it. It's like, here you go. I'm like, why'd I just hand it to me, bro? You just gave me extra trash. All right. Porch pirate steals bait box filled with cat poop. What? For one, dude, a porch pirate, dude, I didn't know those people were still around. I didn't know they were still around. They got those ships on wheels, right? They got a pirate ship. Can you imagine where these people are? You're looking outside and you're all worried about the porch pirate. You have to have serious conversations with the kids. And they're like, what's that sound? And you're like, that's when we all come inside. And they're like, why? And you look out the window and you got this big pirate ship on you, these little wheels going down the center of the street. And they're like, we're going to come for your boxes. What? Those are porch pirates. They're porch pirates. And they're, you know, don't have a very good sense of smell, I guess. An Ontario woman fed up with package thieves said she left a box of poop on her front porch. But the way that this reads, man, my first thought was like, you know, kind of squatting and and doing the business in a box. But I know it's cat poop, but the way it says it, a box of poop, it's like, dude, I mean, it's like the, what do they call it, man? The do-it-yourself Batman. Wasn't that the guy, one of the people, or who was it that pooped on the porch of somebody's house? Because that person's dog had been, their 3 dogs had been taking dukes all over their property, so he just went and dropped a deuce, like a real, like, you know, human one. Okay, Lori Pringle. Is that what? Lori Pringle? That's kind of a cool last name, by the way, Pringle. Yeah, I'd like to have that name. Jeremiah Pringle. No, I would not like that name. I would not like Jeremiah Pringle. Jerry Pringle. I'd be like, no, don't call me Jerry Pringle, dude. Don't do it. Of Hamilton. Said she had several packages disappear from her front porch during the past. That's a lot of P's, by the way, you jerk. Packages disappeared from her front porch during the past 3 years. So she decided to set out a bait package filled with cat poop. I lived on a very busy downtown street. My front door pretty much opens out onto the sidewalk. I've had a number of packages stolen in the 3 years I've lived here. Okay, I got you. As a result, I have a very clear label for all my Amazon packages, indicating that they should ring my video doorbell. A couple of couriers that Amazon uses almost never read the label. Of course not. Of course not, man. So that results in my packages being stolen fairly often. Okay, so it was stolen within 40 minutes of being set outside. She captured the theft on video. She did? Oh, okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. So there it is. Where's the video, man? Dude, I don't believe this. Come on. Oh, dude, I can just imagine, by the way. I can just imagine the rancid nature. Imagine opening up that box and getting that smell. That's bad. That's really bad. But I don't see any video. I don't see any video. And how do you know, man? How do you know, by the way, that is real if there's no video? I mean, you could easily just, put that out there. I have no idea. That's a real bummer, man. Oh, okay, hold on. Here's another one. Oh, it's got the video. Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah, I will. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Pause on the site. Block her off for that. No, we're going to refresh the page. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, it's going to be an ad. Hold on. Nope.
When you need cash out of your home.
Yeah, I'm going to just put that down all the way, okay? Putting it down all the way. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Look at that. Lori Pringle. Here we go. No, yeah, because I don't know if that music is going to get me in trouble either. That's not the pirate. I don't believe this is a pirate. This looks staged, doesn't it, guys? This doesn't look real. How do we know? Oh, look at this guy. Look at these people. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, now this one looks like it might be real. Okay, here we go. That guy's gonna go home. He's gonna be like, he's gonna be like the bad guys on the Muppet Musicians of Bremen, where they go into the swamp and they're all like, we gotta look at all the loot and the booty that we got from those robins. And they're gonna be like, yeah, we got that theft real good. And they're gonna go ahead and open up the box and all that smell. And they're gonna be doing that. I'd love to see that video. oh man, what'd you get today? And he's like, oh, I got this. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. NHS doctor explains why you should wear socks when you sleep. Oh man. Let's see here. But really? Socks when you sleep? I go across that like it's like nothing. I guess, after seeing stuff about cat poop and street pirates and stuff, it doesn't seem so amazing. This doesn't seem so amazing. But apparently they're saying wearing socks to bed increases the blood circulation to your feet. This causes your blood vessels to, what was it? Vasodilate? Vasodilate? I don't know. Here's the thing. Is it true, guys? Is it true? Is it true? I actually experimented with this last night. I experimented with it last night. And the thing is, apparently they're saying that this allows your core body temperature to cool down at a faster rate than normal, and a lower core body temperature is needed for optimal sleep. Well, I wore it last night. Have you ever had those voices that when you're in that state where you're going to sleep, and you're starting to kind of dream, you're like, oh, and you're getting in that zone that you hear your name like very loudly? Last night, it straight up woke me up. Jeremiah. And I was like, whoa. And I opened up my eyes, and I'm thinking maybe my wife said my name or something. But it wasn't her voice. It was a woman's voice, though, I'm not going to lie. And, and because you're in that state, that's like the state of mind that most people would be in a lot of times when they're seeing ghosts and stuff like that. And so I'm like thinking like, man, I knew I'm in this place. I knew that I'm susceptible to all these sorts of things going on around me, right? And kind of delusions happening. And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, it's a lady. Did a lady bust in my house yelling my name? I had the alarm on. So I'm like, there's no way. And I'm like, you can go to sleep, bro. You can go to sleep. It's not real. It's not real. If you want better feet, cover your feet. And it's that guy. Does he look reliable? Does he look like the kind of guy that you would, trust when talking about your feet? I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got nice hair, though. I mean, he's got, his hair's, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job taking care of himself. It's a neatly groomed beard. Better groomed than mine. Mine's like scrolling. He's going all down into my neck right now. It's eventually going to turn into one big patch of hair with my chest. I'm going to look like Zangief from, what's this, Street Fighter? I'm going to be like Zangief, rah, rah, with a big old chest hair everywhere. Oh, man, unbelievable. All right, moving on. Here we go. We got to keep doing it. Letting your dog sleep in your bed is actually good for you. For one, that right there is Animal Uprising New World Order fake news. This is outrageous, completely unbelievable. Completely unbelievable. This is just simply the way of, scientists using science to try to social engineer, working alongside. I mean, look at this dog, by the way. Do you trust this dog? Do you trust that dog to behave? I don't know. I don't know if I do. If I saw a dog doing that with his little paws like that, I'd say, what are you thinking right now? What are you planning on doing, dude? What are you planning on doing? Probably trying to get in between the relationship of that dad and the cat. We can't have that. Can't have that. We love dogs here. But man and his real best friend, his traditional best friend, is cats. It's the cat. And, the dogs tried to wiggle their way in there and everything else. And they're cute. It's true. They're cute. And they're cuddly. And they're awesome. And they're playful. And they really don't do anything wrong. But we can't let it happen. We can't let it happen. It's an ancient rivalry. And some people have to go back and say, I'm a person of tradition. I'm not a modernist scumbag who has fallen prey to the wiles and the misinformation being peddled by dogs. It's true. However, apparently, according to a resurfaced study from 2018, so they're just peddling out the same fake news. It's like the lady who got, the vaccine recently, the old lady doing the, Illuminati symbols and everything, and she comes out in the wheelchair or whatever, and they give her the shot. She's wearing the exact same thing that she was a while back, sitting in the same chair with the same background and the same nurse in the same clothes with the same hair, doing the same thing because, I don't know, It's the same exact video. Same exact video. It's the same thing that's happening here, guys. Same thing happening here. They just keep on regurgitating the same old lie, man. Researchers at Canisius College in Buffalo, New York. Oh, New York. Definitely propaganda. Letting your dog sleep in your bed with you is actually a good thing and can help you get a better night's sleep. So they want us wearing socks and they want us laying next to dogs, man. Oh, and they surveyed, Christy Hoffman surveyed 962 women in America, asking them all about their sleep habits. Her findings showed that 57% of the women shared their bed with another human, 55% with a dog. Okay, hold on a second. And 31 with a cat. Ugh. Dude, this might be feminism on the rise. I may have been missing this the entire time. The entire debate between man and his best friend in tradition being the cat. The idea that, maybe it's not the dogs that are necessarily to blame. Maybe it's a bunch of feminazis. Maybe it's the feminazis. We got to look at all angles, guys. We got to look at every angle of this. We never know. They do crazy crap. But you can't ever underestimate them either. You can't underestimate what they're willing to do to take a man down. Those who slept alongside their pampered pooch were found to be more likely to have a more restful night's sleep. Okay, so by the way, this study is... tell us what you think. Oh, no, I'll tell you what's worse than that are these stinking glasses. No, I'm not even going to talk about these glasses. No way. Do you guys know anyone who will buy these? And of course, she looks like a person who would have those with the bangs like that. She essentially has a freaking mullet. Do you see it, guys? So she's not only got the mullet. That is a really pretty dress, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. I like that. I think ladies should probably wear stuff like that more. But the thing is those glasses got to go, man. Who made that crap? Oh, Gucci. I got you. We're out of there. We're out of there. We got a couple more. What are we gonna do here? It's 11:22. All right, only a couple more stories, guys, that are funny, and then we got to move on. We've got to move on. We'll go back to the comments here in a moment. Let's see here. Florida golfer snatches a ball from the gator's tail. Would you do this, by the way, guys? Would you do this? We're gonna find out. I like golf, by the way. I like golf a lot. In fact, golf, chess, basketball, although I can't really play that too much anymore. And so but I love golf. I love chess, I love those kind of sports, man, where you just kind of chilled out and you got a lot of thinking to do. A lot of anger management problems. So, I do this, but I've never had to get a ball from an alligator tail. I have, however, had to go right in the midst of some geese and some swans. Some geese and some swans, and I'll tell you, those gooses are not very friendly. The buggers are like, have you ever seen it? Their little bills and their tongues stick out all funky. They sound like they're hissing at you. They get up, man. And the swan, man, that bugger, do they put their all down? Ew. You better book it, man. Them buggers will peck at you bad. I'll peck you to death. So let's see this guy here. What's going on with this guy?
Gonna whip you with that tail, dude.
Oh, dude. Okay, do you see that? One more time. Here we go.
With that tail, dude.
But see, the thing is, man, I wouldn't even do it. No way, man. No way. Would you actually? What would be the rule for that? I assume you would have to take, you would have to take a penalty, a drop and stuff. And so if you said, I'm not touching that, they'd be like, well, it's part of nature. What are the rules, man? What are the rules? Okay, wait a second. Do I want to talk about something now? The truth behind the world's loneliest house on a deserted island, empty for almost 100 years. Dude, I need this house. Look at this place, by the way. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh yeah, I would live there. I would live there in a heartbeat, man. I got the Paleocopter. I got the Paleocopter, the Paleo plane. So I just, I'd have to have obviously a helicopter pad. So I could just do and just get out of there. Just get out of there. By the way, have you guys seen videos, man, of cartoons that were done before Kobe Bryant died where he was in like a major time helicopter crash, even dying. I saw some of that yesterday. I watched some crazy stuff, man, about like, what is it? The Mandela effect, you know? And if I told you, I think we talked about the Mandela effect before, but if I told you guys that the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz had a gun, or if I told you that the Tin Man had a big honking wrench, would you guys believe that? What would you guys think about that? The guy with no brain wiggling around a gun, woo, and then, you know, having a huge honking wrench, or was it an axe? What was it, guys? What do you think? You know, but what would you do? Would you buy a house like that? I don't want to talk too long about that. But yeah, would you guys buy a house like that, especially right now? You know, because of the animal uprising and all of the Great Reset crap that's going on. And in that order, actually, I'm all like, people are like, dude, what is the great animal uprising of 2020? You know, in the context of like that and the Great Reset, right? And, you know, UN Agenda 2030 kind of stuff. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. Okay, I think these might be the last ones here. I think I've got a couple more. So yeah, we'll cut off here in a minute. So okay, German actress. What's this? This looks kind of nice. German actress shows off plastic husband and baby. That is not nice. What? Okay, so there's obviously a lot of one of two things. Either or, it can be a both and. It could be a both and. She's either got extreme mental issues and or a lust for money. And by the look of it, maybe a lust for some money. It might be. An actress in Germany has said she recently wed a doll, and the pair already have a little plastic baby together. Okay, no. Catherine Schulz, 28, showed off her new husband, Cedric. Oh, that's cute. Okay, what does it look like? Oh, yeah, right. Dude, okay, look at his face. You know, it looks like Michael Myers. Right? Straight up Halloween junk. Look at the skin. Skin. And look at the baby. Oh, look, we made a baby together. I'm like, dude, you are loon. You are totally out of your mind, Toots. I mean, you know what? You got to get your act together, because the truth is you are, relatively attractive. And by relatively attractive, I mean most guys are probably doing that. You could have, an amazing man in your life. You could really be enjoying yourself and in actual marriage and not, Loonbird land. Hey guys, check out my new channel. Here's my baby and my husband. No. Who appeared on the German version of Love Island. Oh, it's a cult. Showed off the doll and joked about getting her pregnancy body back, or pre-pregnancy body back. She added, I don't want my child to grow up in the Camberlands. Look, I agree with that. Especially because the truth is, everyone would be like, oh, your mom is the loonbird that married some plastic stuff. Goodness gracious. That's unbelievable. Oh, there she is. Okay, so it's got to be a cult, man. It's got to be a cult. This is, Catherine's post comes just weeks after bodybuilder Yori Toloko married his sex doll. What? I'm not even going to look at that. That's just ridiculous. Oh, come. No! Where are you guys even finding this crap? Don't send me this stuff anymore. Don't do this, man. It's like, I can't even do the Clockwork Orange eyeballs right now because I've got my glasses. I'm trying. I'm like, it's not working. We might be onto something, guys. We might be onto something. We got to be wearing lenses, worldview lenses. Woman attracted to objects marries briefcase that she calls her mentor. Oh, really great. Can't wait to learn about this. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. We're going to find out a little bit about this woman opens up about marriage to a briefcase. No! No! No, no, no! This is not right, guys. This is obviously ridiculous. And again, I mean, there's stuff that this lady could work with. Let's put it this way, right? You can work with this. You can work with this. Ladies, watching the show, righteous women, obviously attractive and mega hot. You're watching the show. It's inevitable. We've got statistics and analysis, scientific surveys, universal. Prove it. Here's the thing. We got to help these chicks, man. We got to. I'm not even joking about this. This is bad. We got to make sure that our daughters, like, what drives people to this? What drives people to this? Let's see here. No, it's loading an ad. Oh, no. I got to turn it down here for a second. Because I don't want, it's playing for 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, so there's a bunch of animals. Do. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just move it over. I don't know if I can. Oh, it's a make-a-wish. What? Is that what it said? Did it say make-a-wish? Oh, and you got a nice grandmother. Look at the people. Look at all of them. Okay, it's got a bunch of parks and stuff. Well, it looks like that one was on fire. Looks like that's on fire. Share the love, right? Share the love. All right, here we go. Oh, Subaru? What?
My name is Ryan, and I'm 24 years old. I live in Russia, in the Moscow region, in the small town Fryazino, and I'm a student. Okay. I'm part of people who call themselves objective sexuals. And this is story.
Okay, there's actually people who call themselves this crap? What? What? She's like, I'm actually part of a large community of crazy lunatics that are still allowed on the streets. And, we love objects like this. I can imagine. But I don't even have to imagine. It's literally in our face. Why this one? Why this one? It looks like a real square. Okay, I shouldn't be making fun. I mean, this is a serious problem.
Story about me.
Oh, hold on. That was the tell right there. That was the tell. Did you see the eyes? Let's see here. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Hold on. There it is. See that? I think that's the tell, guys. That's the tell. Okay, she's concerned about the camera. She's concerned about what she looks like. And I think that this is what it is, guys. The camera has a major effect on stuff. People don't even understand that. But there's a book. I think I have it down here. The Amusing Ourselves to Death. An entire chapter on how lenses and how the camera has affected religion. How it's affected practically everything. We go, why would that make a difference? And you say, well, why would it make a difference if you're smiling in front of a camera? You know how many people are nervous to do that? You know how many people find it very difficult to look at a lens and talk like what I'm doing right now? In fact, I found it difficult until I started doing the show. I would find myself looking around. In fact, you can go back and look and see the early parts of the show. I was always looking off somewhere else, man, all the time, looking around. I couldn't just look at the lens. It's a difficult thing. It's awkward. But this lady, I'm not even going to deal with this anymore. We're done with that. We're done with this. Last story. This is it, guys. This is it. And you got to get ready. You got to get ready. So you may as well just do it right now. Get ready right now, because we are going to, as soon as this is over, we're going to go into some comments, and then we are going to the Wolfpack song. Well, I might do the Wolfpack song even before the comments, so we can talk about do the Wolfpack song, raise our glasses high. No matter what you got water, you got coffee, it doesn't matter. We're going to raise it high. We're going to be super pumped up, okay? We're going to do it. And so you got to make sure that you go do that. And then we'll talk about the Wolfpack. It seems appropriate. Seems appropriate. So, okay, strongest 7-year-old girl in the world can deadlift 80 kilograms. I mean, she has a tattoo. She's getting, look at this. What the heck, man? What the heck? How did she get tattoos? What is happening here? That chick is pretty buff. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, man. How much would that be in pounds? How much would that be in pounds? What you guys got? You guys got to let me know in the comments. Either which way, that's a bunch. You can see this. Look at the plates on that. Oh, this is Credit Triangle News. Okay, this is a Lad Bible. All right, here we go. Oh, no, it's loading an ad. Nope. Yeah, I'm making sure that that's not on there. Oh, no, it's another Subaru. What the heck, dude? Why all the Subaru crap? Why all the Subaru crap, man? I hope I don't get in trouble. This is an ad, but it took out the audio, man. It took out the audio. It's okay. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, what? I don't know, man. Oh, what? The blazes? Oh, I could do that. That's easy, man. That's not that, that's not that impressive. Oh, you think you're hard, do you? She thinks she's so hard. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah, nice one. Not sure about the form. Oh, yeah, a little wobbly on the form there, little girl. You could do better. You could do better. You could do better, little girl. You could do better. I don't know, your dad. I don't know who's got you. I don't know who's got you into, all of this stuff. But they should be more hardcore against that. They should say, look, before we're going to put videos of you out there, you shouldn't be looking like you're all wobbly and junk. I could take you, girl. You want to have a competition? You want to press that weight? I'm calling you out right now. Right now. We're going to do this. I've got weights right here in my house. I've got weights right here. We're once and for all. I'm going to prove to the world. I'm going to prove to the world that I can lift more weights than you 7-year-old girl. That dad's going to be like, dude, this guy sucks. This guy sucks. I'm like, no. You got to be worried. You got to be worried. Here's the thing. And here's why you got to be worried about it. You can't just say, oh, I can easily beat her. Although it's a little bit different in this situation because actually how much she's lifting, right? That's in there. So you're talking about 80 kilograms, right? And so that's a little bit different than what I'm going to say. But I've been in a situation before. I had a little kid. I was playing pool one time, and we were over at Gold Crown, over in or Crown Billiards, over in New London, in Connecticut. And I'm sitting there. I basically lived there. Right? That's my other favorite sport. I just lived at the pool hall every day, man. I'm there all day long, just playing pool, and it was awesome because there was some really great players there. And there was a straight pool league that was just fantastic. The league was awesome and everything else. But this kid comes up one night, right? And there's a bunch of people in the place, packed out. This kid comes over. I'm smoking a cigarette back in the day when you could still smoke inside and everything. This little kid, man, he had to be like, I don't know, 10 years old maybe. He comes up and he's like, hey, sir, would you like to play a game with me? And I'm like, yeah. I said, okay. I'm like, well, what would you like to play? And he's like, well, I'll play any game you like. And I was like, well, I'll play straight pool. He's like, do you like 9-ball? And I said, well, I'll play 9-ball. And he goes, okay. He said $25 a game. I said, what? And I joked and I was like, yo, kid. I said, I don't take candy from kids, man. I said, I don't do that. And he goes, no, it's okay. My dad said it's okay. And I look over, man, and in the corner, the dad's sitting here like this, and he's all like, no, definitely no. I don't know what's going on here, man. You get out, dude. Little guy, what the heck you doing? What the heck you doing? I was like, no, man, I don't do that, man. Your dad's got a wicked habit of gambling, I guess. Well, I go over, and I'm all talking smack to the lady at the counter, and she's like, oh, you better be glad you didn't play that guy. I said, why? And she's like, oh, he took second place in the nationals for junior championships. And I look up, they have the photo. They have a bunch of photos from many different years of the champions inside this pool hall, and there he is. He was like second place. And I was like, oh, I would have won. I would have beat that little guy. I'm pretty good. I am pretty good. So, all right, everybody. All right, we are now past the funny stuff. We're going to keep marching forward. We got a lot to do. I got a lot to do today. As soon as the show's over, I got to get cracking to make sure that we got the set all put together for the kids when we do the recording. And that way we've got it all put together for the great event that we are going to do. on the 23rd, which of course we've talked about here. Let me see if I've got that. Where would I have that? Right here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Patriot Christmas Extravaganza, How the Gretsch Stole Christmas, and the People Took It Back at the State Capitol, December 23rd. We're making that commercial, so we got to get cracking. Oh, okay, hold on. I didn't even have it set up there. I didn't have it set up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so the Patriot Christmas Extravaganza, How the Gretsch Stole Christmas, and the People Took It Back. State Capitol, December 23rd, 4 to 7, for Christmas cheer, peacefully gathering on the Capitol, music, carols, and a fancy song, too, by the way. A real fancy one. Oh, and by the way, isn't this fancy? What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? Do you see this? Do you see that? Look at that. I put that together yesterday. It's kind of cute. And it's got the new information about paypal.me/Paleocrat. You can do that's the link. You just go straight to it. You can donate some loot to the show. And of course, super chats. You can do that at Holy Faith Media. You'll be able to do it at my site soon. But that way you can just donate right there during the show. Just boom, it goes on right away. And it says it will highlight your comment. We'll go through and see if there's any of those. You can do that. Of course, it's we also have stuff for Cash App and all that. But I made that last night. Pretty proud of it. It's got that little GIF too. You see the snow? See the snowflake? So okay, but yeah, music, hot chocolate, heroes, community giving. There's going to be a bunch of really cool stuff that, in fact, that you can give. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so the gifts will go to veterans in Grand Rapids, I believe. So you got to do it. And we have a lot of stuff to do. So we got to keep cracking. So all right, here we go, guys. Get your glass. You got to get it ready. You got to get that mug ready. It doesn't matter what it is. You may be drinking some coffee. That's good. That's what I'm drinking. You may be drinking some tea. That's also good. I'm not drinking that. Although, yeah, it'd be really delicious. I especially like those dirty chais. Those are especially good. You may, in fact, be drinking slurm. You may be drinking water. I don't care what you're drinking. I don't care. You may be drinking some booze. It might be late at night, and you're sitting there and you're pounding down some, corn whiskey or something. I don't care. You raise that bugger high. You raise it high to the sky, because we are letting the world know that we are alive, and that today is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing from the get-go, and we are refusing, no matter how hard it is at our job, no matter how hard it is at our schools or in our homes or in our family life. It doesn't matter. In fact, we need to do this especially in those situations. We must resolve deep inside that we are never going to give up, that we are going to continue to smile, keep on smiling, knowing deep in our hearts, knowing that one day we're going to die. Memento mori. Remember death. Because in doing so, that magical combination will inspire within us, as it does each and every day, a resolve to give every single moment of every single day our absolute best in our thoughts, in our words, and in our deeds. And this is how we live. And this is why we howl. Look at these people. Annabelle, Brian, Shirley, Adam, Bethany, Little Louie. Oh, look, John, Rachel. The whole gang. Tons of fun. You guys, let's go right now to the dome. Come on. Yeah, Gary, come on. Drink it hard, man. Come on. Let the world know you are alive. Be brave. Be bold. Be righteous. We're children of the King, and nothing's going to get us down. There's my boy. There's my boy, man. My family really assists me every single day. Every single day, my family assists me in resolving deep inside to do my best. Okay? Alrighty, moving on to serious news here. Well, I guess kind of. And again, we're not talking about certain topics. We're not talking about them because the powers that be, I don't want to play around. But you can find some information about some stuff that was going on in November and maybe come to some of your own conclusions by going to many of the websites that we reference on this program. Okay, including, by the way, the Gateway Pundit, or including, by the way, the Conservative Treehouse, things like that, or different pundits on online. The War Room, for example, they're talking about it. So you got all different groups talking about it. And so I strongly encourage you, and before we do that, okay, I said we were going to do this. I almost forgot. So, okay, here. All right. Let's see here. Bethany says, talking about the wolf pack. This is the comments. If you're just tuning in now, these are the comments, no matter where you are, YouTube, Facebook, DLive, Twitch. Doesn't matter where you are. You can comment, and I see it. I get to see all of it. So, okay, and as an example, on Facebook, Bethany says, more poo impressions, please. Look, I need to do that. I need to really work on those poo impressions. I've got to do it, man. Think Pooh Bear think. Got to do it. I love that little guy, too, by the way. I love that bugger. One of my favorite. I was just reading one of the stories about Pooh recently to little Louie. Let's see here. Ailey says, how can you forget all the cookie jars? It's out on Fulton. I don't know. I think you're making it up, Ailey. I think you're throwing me under the bus. You're pretending that I don't have this amazing, extraordinary memory, that nothing in all the world can get past me. And all the listeners are like, oh my gosh, this guy has started so many shows with his mic off. It's true. Every once in a while, okay, I get that. But cookies, man, cookies, I don't know about that. Let's see. Rachel says the TRT group have had a lot of friend requests too. Trollers mainly. Yeah, it's the way it goes, man. John Clore says, love your show, bro. And he's got the big honking muscle, dude. I love what you do, dude. I love what you do, man. You got amazing stuff going on. We'll have to look this up here. In fact, you know what? Screw it. We're doing it right now. we're gonna do it right now, man. We're gonna do it right now. Let's go back here. I'm gonna take that one out. All right, Facebook. I thought I had the video up. I thought I did. No, I don't. It's okay here. We got it. We got to get to you. TRT Michigan. Okay. Let's see here. All right. We're going to open up both of these things. Here you are live. And here you are there. So, okay, this is one of the wolves, by the way. This is one of the wolves in the pack. Okay, let's see here. What the heck? Oh, there we go. So, all right. So, here is behind the scenes.
It's like we got a big crew
going on
here now.
I can skip ahead here.
Oh, these guys are packing up. Yeah, they're packing up. But you turn on the lights, getting ready to go on here.
Yeah.
I think this is CNN.
Okay, so he sees the crew and he's like, wait a second. They ain't packing up. They're getting ready.
I'm just tired of the fake news all the time. They just poison the minds of the public. Oh, did you?
And that guy right there, man, he's squeezing a little tight.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, he's kind of
funny how they vote. They're trying to rush this before they have the Dominion hearing tomorrow. Like we're not smart enough to figure that out. Put that in your news. That would be great.
Oh yeah, man.
The fact that they're rushing to get their little poll done before.
Here we go.
Behind the meter.
Let's go ahead, because we got to be careful. I'm encouraging you to go and watch these. Okay, I got to be careful. I don't want people to be like, oh no, it gets taken down for this. Amazing stuff, confronting at a powerful level. And by the way, the guy from NBC, he's trying to trick him.
NBC sucks. NBC sucks. NBC sucks. NBC sucks. NBC sucks. NBC sucks. Liars.
Here we go.
Cheaters got caught. Liars, liars.
And so you get the idea. Right? And it's amazing. And so he's got that. Now, how did it play itself out? On TV? Here we go. So you can see.
Anticipated protests. Have you seen any of that? And what kind of precautions are they taking besides that?
Exactly. There were precautions that were taken, including shutting down the Capitol grounds here in Michigan. We should note, just this hour, California is expected to cast
You see him?
votes.
You see him back there? Look at him, kids.
Over that
Oh, and look what they did. Look what they did.
College vote
So they go ahead.
to make this official.
They go ahead and they put on this picture. Look.
Georgia, Pennsylvania, Iowa, Arizona, and he was not even tamping down.
And they just got that on. They won't even show it. They're like, oh no.
Kamala Harris and those electors were led by 2 state police officers.
Yeah, that's totally fake. They're like, oh, we can't show this, man. Oh no, we can't do this. Oh no. You see that lady's face? She's like, "Argh." Yeah, it was really painful, wasn't it? It was really painful, wasn't it, lady? But the truth is, yes, man, it's exactly what's going on. So, dude, John, that is John, by the way. So when I say we got people in the wolf pack that are hitting hard, man, now he was hitting hard before howling like a wolf with us, right? We're just glad to have him. We're navigating along. Wolves come on in. They pre-exist. They come on in. They join the pack. They're howling, and we're getting stronger all the time because we're like, dude, look at this guy's amazing gifts and talents. Look at this guy putting himself out there all the time. And that dude, by the way, that journalist, by the way, he rolls in, he turns around, he's like, all right, what's your name? Dude, like, we're going to give you the name, champ. John Denny's like, I ain't telling you my name, dude. Now, maybe if he's watching the show, we just outed you, man. We gotta have a secret name for you, dude. We gotta have a secret name for you. Yeah. But you love the show, dude. I'm really grateful that you love the show. Let's see here. Let's see. Brian says, idea, 32-ounce mug with attached straw straight to the dome with a wolf drawn by the kids. Ow! I like that idea. I love that idea, dude. It sounds good, man. And look, the kids, they've been making amazing drawings. And many of the drawings are, in fact, of the wolves. And so it's going to be really amazing. You guys, people love it no matter what. They're going to love it, all right? They're going to love the gear. And if you want to be part of that, if you want the gear, we're gonna figure it out. But so far as I'm aware, what we're gonna do from the get-go as a launch is we're just gonna eat the cost up to like maybe like the first 25, right? So the first 25 people who become members at $5 a month. And look, I'm even telling you this at my own detriment to say you can do it where it's $5 a month and you just say, well, you know what? I don't want to pay any more than that. And I know you can. I already know you can. But I hope that you're not that kind of a person. You're like, I've been thinking about it. There's a person recently who reached out to me and said that they've been wanting for a long time to support not only this show, but there's a couple other shows that they wanted to support, but that they don't make a lot of money. Okay. In fact, I just read this email yesterday or the day before. They don't make a lot of money. But they watch the show all the time. They share it with their friends. It's a major important thing for them. And they feel sometimes like they wish that they could do more. And I sit there and I say, number one, it's okay. Like, it's okay. You're doing what you can in your own life, just, to stay afloat. We're living in hard times. And I'm grateful, in a way, in a way, just you being here and just you commenting and talking to us, sending us emails, telling us your stories, stuff like that. That to me, that's worth more than money. It doesn't pay for my kids to go to school, but that's okay because I do. That's because I do. We recently, my wife, she used to do dog walks and stuff. And it's kind of hard because she's on maternity leave with the baby. And going back, if it was with the baby, it'd be during the day and stuff. It'd be really tough to do. And she didn't spend too much time doing it, but it was enough that she was making a certain amount of money that was helping to offset the cost of the children's education, right? Because we're able to pay the bill, stuff like that. But this was a special kind of a sacrifice. And it also got her outside. But we're at a point now where the money for this show, it's not quite at that place where it's basically making up for those hours that she used to do that work. But it's awfully close. But to me, seeing you in here, having these conversations, being encouraged by you, inspired by you, howling to the sun with you, being ridiculous with you guys, right? It's not just an amazing way to start a day. It's an amazing day. It's like doing a HIIT program in the morning. Keeps that metabolism pumping all day long. It's like the same thing with this show. There's a residual, right? There's residue throughout the whole day. Just keeps just keeps marching along. Compounding interest every day. And I'm glad that you're here. It means more to me than the $5 a month. It just does. So when I say that if you become a member, $5 a month, all of a sudden, you're going to get a gift, for like the first, 25 people. We're going to have to keep track of this. Let's see here. JON says, I don't use Facebook. I've always liked YouTube, though. But maybe the Lord is calling me to escape it as well. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. You know, we live in crazy times, not going to lie. Let's see here. Yeah, people talking about Nigerian scammers. Yeah, big time. Big time, man. Talking about the people that are sending friend requests all the time. It's totally true. It's totally true. In fact, hold on a second. I think that, let me see if I can get the video. How would I do it? Let me see. Is that one? Oh, no. Let me see. I'm trying to get the autofocus. There we go. There we go. There's the autofocus. Right. Yeah, sorry about that. I guess I had the autofocus on. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see. That's the way of the straight and narrow. Talking. Okay, people. And I like that you guys are talking to each other, by the way. I like that you guys are all talking to each other and just having a really great time getting to know one another in the comment section. Right? And some comment sections are bigger than others. Some comment sections are bigger than others. Here, let's see here. Jamie says, replying to Rachel. Rachel, I researched them before approval. This is our sanctuary. Yeah. Not entirely sure what that's all about. What's John mean? What's that all about? What did you say? What's going on? What do you, this is our sanctuary. Are you talking about this show? Is it a sanctuary for what? Okay, I take it back on the first 25. Ailey came down, man. Her face let me know real quick that I did something naughty. And what I did that was naughty, apparently, was that I did not realize that mugs... why are the mugs so expensive? Okay, listen. We're gonna have to make a better launch. We'll do a commercial that tells it, right? Don't believe me, because I need to have her like right with me. She's like, they're more than $5. Let's put it that way. Okay, that'd be a lot of money. Okay, can't do that. We're talking, it'd be bad. So the thing is, I just don't understand why there's so much. I don't understand why there's so much. We'll have to figure it out. Maybe we're going to come up with ideas. But either which way, we hope that you become a member. And if you don't, it's okay. And we're going to have special plans for members. So, we'll do something special. So I'd feel badly. We're going to keep an eye on when people become a member. And that way we don't get, all messed up with stuff and whatnot. But we're trying. That's my point, right? We're trying. Let's see here. 30 friends a day. I have my Facebook kind of tight. I stopped allowing friends of friends of friends to find me. Yeah, but I've got a show. It's a kind of a hard thing. On the one hand, you want to keep it close to home. On the other hand, you're hoping that people, more and more people, become aware of what you're doing. And so I set my stuff to public. People are allowed to see my stuff. Let's see. All right, here. A couple more people. Let's see. Christmas carols at church in 2 days. Very excited for that. I'm excited for that too, for you, by the way. I am, man. Yeah, and you said you're going through hard times. You're not the only one. You are not the only one. And I'll tell you, the thing is that one of the things that I've noticed is that when people reach out to me and they message me, man, that's pretty hot. The lighting on me, yeah, let's get that butter up there a little bit, man. That's pretty intense on my face. So the thing is that one of the most common things that I have found when people reach out to me at paleocratdiaries@gmail.com, when they do that, one of the most common things is that they're going through a hard time. And more than that this show has actually helped. That this show, the funny nature of it, the ability to just vent, the idea that there are other people that are experiencing the same thoughts and feelings, that it really helps them. And I'm grateful that it does. And, so I'm grateful that it helps you too. Nobel Clinton says, good morning, Jeremiah. Good morning to you, man. Good morning to you. You're cutting it close, dude. Well, no, you posted, wow, 10:46. I'm way behind. Holy moly. Holy cow. What's going on? And if you have not liked this video, wherever you're watching it, if you haven't liked it, stop being a douchebag. You got to like it. And if you haven't shared it with your friends and you're keeping this light under a bushel, you're kind of a jerk. So at least once in a while, you don't need to wear it on your sleeve. But if you're proud of the show, if you love the show, if you're tuning in, you got to go ahead. You got to go ahead. You got to share it. Jesus of Nazareth says, should I change my name? Is it blasphemous? No, it's not blasphemous. It's Jesus of Nazareth. There's a lot of people, man, take, for example, some Mexicans and stuff. They call their kids Jesus. It's kind of a weird thing that we don't in a little bit of a way. We don't call our kids, more white families and stuff, and black families calling their kids, Jesus. We have Joshua though. We have Joshua, right? So that's the Yeshua, okay? And so that makes a little bit of sense. But no, it just makes it so that if I say your name, then it depends. Like Jesus of Nazareth asked, should I change my name? Is it blasphemous? That would be a ridiculous sentence. And so it does make it a little bit hard. Yeah, James Marone says, shout out to Mrs. Bannister. Yeah, big time shout out, man. Yeah, Paula says, I look forward to listening every day. I'm glad. I'm glad you are. Hope you just drink it up. Hope you love it. Hope you love it. And if you don't, if you disagree ever, it's perfectly fine. We're not a cult. We're not a cult, people. We're a wolf pack. There's allowed to be disagreements, sometimes little growlies and snarls. People say, man, dude, you ain't doing too good, man. You ain't doing too good. Call me out. I've had it before. I've had it before where I've needed to switch around a little something that I was talking about. Let's see. The Gregorian chant gets my Crusaders juices flowing. I agree with that comment, by the way. Thanks for the chuckles, Jeremiah. Much needed. May your day be full of adventures, dude. Every day. Every day is an adventure, and I'm glad that I'll take that as an inspiration, man. Maybe even a kick to the rear end, because the truth is, one of the things I used to have a painting behind me. It was made by one of my daughter's best friends. Okay. And she made this painting, and it's absolutely awesome. Her name's Emily, and it's totally awesome. And it says the adventure is out there. And I thought about it. And I've always liked that. If for no other reason than the truth is, yes, the adventure in fact is out there. It's not sitting in front of a screen all day long. I mean, I guess that's a little bit of an adventure. Like, yay, look at this. But you're sitting there and you're like, you can really go save the queen, dude. You can really go and get against the bad guys out there and do stuff like that. I mean, you can do that virtually as well. There's ways you can do that and be productive, but so much of what people think is productive is in fact not. And what so many people think is amusing is, while amusing, not very adventurous in the truest and most robust sense of the term. Let's see. Yeah, Kay Stover says you can die from drinking too much water. Oh, totally. Yeah. You can totally do that. I don't know if the 40 slurps a day, and I joked around about, maybe he could have drank more. I'm not encouraging anybody to even do what he's doing. So I should have been clear about that, and if people say, well, obviously we all knew that. And you'd say, yeah, I've read a lot of the warnings on labels and stuff where people are like, you're not supposed to shave with a hot iron, for example. And it's like, and that's because some stupid idiot did it. Any of these things. Maybe one day we'll do the funniest warning labels and stuff. We'll do one of those. Yes, you'd think drinking that much water by hand, you'd suck in a lot of air too. And getting smoked like that sucks. Yeah. Been there, don't care to go back. Really? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Angels are of one substance. For them, with regard to how they appear to man, it is the will, either angelic or divine, that shapes their form and appearance totally. Everybody's getting like super theological here. Yeah. Very, very good. Appreciate it. And I like that discussion, by the way. Let's see. Hello, first time listening. Good to hear like-minded Catholics. That's L. Nelson. Really grateful to hear that. Bald Eagle, morning. Dude, yes. Very happy, man, to see you, buddy. Bethany says socks in bed are unacceptable. You can take Bethany's advice. It's maybe 50-50. Maybe 50-50. And I only say 50-50. I know it sounds harsh, but the truth is, if you're wrong about the wonders and the authenticity of the cranberry sauce inside of metal cans and stuff, if you think that that's not homemade and you think that that's not the best kind of cranberry sauce, then I can't even imagine how many other things you might be wrong about. Thankfully, she's wrong about things that would, I'm guessing anyway. That's maybe the only thing I've ever realized she was wrong on. I'm just going to speculate, but if you're wrong about that, I mean, it's kind of one of those things like everybody knows, right? Everybody knows. And so if you don't, maybe you didn't get the memo, but when I gave her the memo, she was resistant to it and kept insisting that it's not the best. And I thought, that's not right. That's not right. I'm not going to tolerate that, Bethany. Not going to tolerate it. Bald Eagle said, sorry, no socks for me in bed. I rarely sleep in bed anyway. Where do you sleep, man? Where do you sleep? Do you sleep on the floor? Because I go through seasons of my life where I've got to do that. Because of my back. Yeah. Lurt Gertz is back. Hello. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Oh, yeah. Please press 1 to speak to a representative now. Yeah, or the ones that are like, this is a message from the Federal, Bureau of whatever. And you're like, oh, wow, really? This is, I guess I better take this. And they get on the phone and they're like, yes, we have many warrants for you. You're like, what? And they're like, oh, we have 15 warrants. And if you would like to fix this right now, and you don't want us coming to your house, the way to fix it is to give us your social security number. And I'm like, well, how do you know it's me? How do you know it's me? You've got my information. We need to confirm it. You don't need to confirm that. You just threatened me, dude. You are a wigwam filled with malicious lies. Yeah, not hard to see that, champ. Get better at that, by the way. No, don't get better at that. Get better at taking a knee for Jesus, you scumbag. Let's see here. Talking about angels looking like people when they are on earth in the examples that we have. Would that be correct? Would that be correct? What about the angel of death? What about the angel of death? I don't know. These are good questions. I'm putting it out there. Let's see here. Yeah, it says, I've been golfing in Florida. You have to take a drop. Okay, Rachel, you know what? You're good. You're good. We got to go golfing. We got to go golfing. Grab life by the gator tail. No. Not going to do that, man. Yeah, Bald says, must have been a Titleist Pro V1. That's a $5 golf ball. Yeah, not if you do that Beavis and Butthead thing where you're hiding, behind the tree, and then when you see the ball out there, you just go and you just grab it. My sister, we used to live by a golf course, and my sister now lives in that house with her family. And in fact, you know what? I need to move on. We're gonna go to some serious stuff here, but I gotta do this. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Let me go here. Let's get that one out of there, by the way. Let's get that one out of there, by the way. Yeah, so this is actually important. I should have actually how did you pronounce that? How do you spell that for me? You didn't have the auto thing on there. Okay. So my sister, right here. This is pretty important. Okay. It's pretty important. The Davis family. Why did they use this picture, by the way? Why this picture, man? My sister has lost like a bazillion pounds. I don't mean to dog her. I throw her under the bus, man. But she would admit it, man. My sister looks great right now. There's way better pictures. You guys got to change these pictures and get their heads not cropped out like that. You can't do that. No, but David Prame, well, I don't know who David Prame is. Not entirely sure who that is. But obviously a very generous person. He's organizing this for them. Okay? Organizing this for them. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It says, let's see. Every once in a while, and I'm hoping that my sister has control over this, in fact. She shared it, though. Okay? So, sometimes that can be tricky. But every once in a while, we are fortunate to have certain people come into our lives that inspire us to be better. For me, that happened when I moved to Battle Creek and met the Davis family. Mike and Crystal are the type of people that would give everything for others. Their love of God and life is something I cannot put into words. They are both veterans. Crystal was the tough one. She's a Marine. And live a life full of love for their family as well as others. Dude, I don't know if Mike has ever talked to me about being a veteran. I don't think he's ever, I've never seen a picture of this. They are benevolent without agenda, and they always look for the good in people as they go out of their way to help anyone they can. When I first moved to Battle Creek, I didn't have any friends. Okay, so this is this person's talking about this stuff like this. But here's the thing. Is that, not only is there a lot that goes on with the cancer treatments that they do because they're doing alternative treatments. They're not going the conventional route. that you see so often with American medicine, right? They wanted to cut out her breasts. They said if we do that, and if you go the most hardcore chemo, the most hardcore radiation, you do all that, you have 12 months to live. She's lived for about 3 years. It's been hard though. The sacrifices that she's made, the amount of time that her husband has worked. And here's the thing: he recently got let go. And maybe it says right here. Why? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find it because let's see. Did she put it on there? Let's see. Basically, what happened is this. Oh yeah, right here. And look, guys, this is important to me. I love my sister, and I was really not a good older brother to her ever. And she was an awesome person. I bet you that she prayed for me so much inside. She had a real prayer closet, for real. She had a inside of her closet. She'd go in there and she'd pray and she'd read her Bible, and she had a list of names, man, that she had put on that wall of people to pray for every single day. She's an amazing person. She inspires so many people. We have our disagreements, right? We're both kind of, we can do that. We're both bulldogs. We're both wolves. But her husband lost his job. No warning, no legitimate explanation, and no compensation. He worked over at the casino. He worked for the tribe. And I wish I had a little bit more information about that over at Firekeepers. He does stuff with video and audio and stuff. It's stuff that he's done. He's amazing. He's super talented, and he's really talented with woodworking. He made the chapel inside their home. It's got a dome and it has beautiful icons everywhere. And he has made, at least so far, the top of the dinner table that they have for their family. I mean, the guy's amazing. The work that he does, and stuff that, maybe he could do, but he doesn't do it for a living. He does it for his family. But God parted the seas in our lives more than once. He's provided water in our desert wanderings on so many occasions. He's been a pillar of cloud and fire when we've been lost in the wilderness. And so it's with confidence that we can say that we trust him. But that confidence doesn't nullify the pain of this deep wound. And so we ask you again to pray for us. Pray for Mike's heart, that it will heal and that his confidence will be quickly restored. Pray for my heart, that it would not harbor anger and that I would learn to forgive. Pray for our family, that we would figure out how to deal with the loss of income and necessary medical insurance. But most importantly, pray for those who have done this injustice, because honestly, I don't have the strength to at the moment. Pray to God for us sinners. You got to look this up. I don't know. Oh boy, how would we do this? How would we share this? Okay, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it into the comments here, into the live comments. You can mark it as 1214. Okay. And I'm going to put it on here. My sister's Go Fund Me. Okay. There we go. And there's the link. All right. I love my sister. I do. And again, if you're one of those people, you're like, look, I was thinking about donating to your stuff. Now you're telling me to donate to that. Donate to that. Donate to that. I love my sister. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, guys. I gotta get pumped, man, because I freaking love her, and I know what she goes through, and I know how hard a lot of this stuff is, and I know how much they rely on that money, and I know how hard of a freaking worker he is. And right before Christmas, man, screw those people. Pray for me too. Pray for me, because dude, screw those freaking people, man. Screw them. It's unbelievable. And dude, we're talking mad money. We're talking casino land. Don't give me that crap. I'll find out more information, guys. I'm going to find out more information. In fact, we're going to look into this. And because I have friends in I don't know if it's the same, I don't think it's the same tribe, right? The Gun Lake Casino. But I got friends in that. And I want to talk to them and just ask, say, look, what are the laws regarding that within the sovereign nation of your tribe? Like, how does that work? Like, what can you do? Is there any recourse at all? And if there's not, do you mind if I simply throw that group under the bus like they did to my brother-in-law? Because it's on like Donkey Kong, son. It's on like Donkey Kong. All right, speaking of something that's not on like Donkey Kong, I guess Joe Biden delivered remarks following state's electoral college vote day. Got 4,000 views. Okay, great. On C-SPAN. But he got 80 million votes. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, 4,000 views. We're going to go back to that. Look at this. 4,008 views. Well, because he's LARPing. I mean, look at this place. So lonely. So lonely. Look at him up there. The guy's super dupe sad. Did you guys hear the audio, by the way, of him just shooting down it was a bunch of African Americans on the phone with him. A bunch of black folks on the phone, and they're like, look, man, people are kind of not liking the way you're operating and stuff. And he's like, you know what? Let me tell you something. Blam, 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 blam. Get in your place, son. Yeah, how'd that feel, by the way? How'd that feel, by the way? It's a joke, man. It's a joke, but he's not racist. He's not racist. Trump is real racist. Give me a break, man. And shove that where the sun doesn't shine. This guy's a freaking joke. But he has to act tough. He's got to make up for, the Parkinson's and junk. Well, let me tell you something. I did what nobody thought I could do. I took positions nobody was willing to take. Did you really? Mr. Milquetoast, did you really? And now the progressives are sad. Well, dude, look at all we did for you. And what are you doing? I mean, it's like, it's like he's got the smattering of diversity. He's got the smattering of diversity to say, well, look, I'm dominated here by some ladies. Political dominatrix crap going on here. He's got a good assortment to say, look, I got this person of color, you should like me. That's tokenism par excellence. But he's got it, So why aren't they happy, man? Why isn't everybody just happy and loving every second? Dude, he's the best. He's the best. The most progressive. No, they're not happy. They're not happy. Oh, and by the way, screw every one of those people who used to be an anti-war protester. Screw every single one of them because they basically voted George W. Bush back in office. George W. Bush, and people go, that's not fair. And say, no, it is. Because he endorsed him. So did his brother. So did Romney. And dude, you guys want to know about the GOP problem going on? It's huge. It's huge. And you say, well, why is that? And you go, oh, because maybe some of the highest leaders, former presidents or former presidential candidates went and endorsed Joe Biden. And a lot of the others have, taken a knee for Joe Biden, even like those in Michigan. By the way, you guys, I'm putting the warning out right now on you guys. We're coming strong, by the way. You think that you're going to be able to do what you did yesterday with the electoral vote, saying, it's over, guys. It's over, guys. As police are standing outside blocking electors, you think that you're going to be able to pull that crap, Chatfield, and you're going to be able to do that? And that people like me aren't going to be on your heels every single day, dragging you through the freaking mud? Son, you don't know me. You don't know me. I'll rake you through that mud, dude. I'll rake you through the coals, son. Brother. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's on like Donkey Kong. Speaking of something on like Donkey Kong, yeah, we mentioned this yesterday. The Catholic Traveler. In no way does this horned creature bring me Christmas joy. This is the nativity, by the way, part of the nativity, dun, 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 for the Vatican. for the Vatican. I know some people who are, defending this. I think that mine was a qualified defense. I said, I understand art. I understand. Look, if anybody listens to Paleo Cheese, they're going to find out that I watch stuff, crazy movies and stuff that are real edgy, by the way. Some of them that you guys would be like, man, why would you watch that? Because I'm a film critic. Because I'm a film critic and I'm an art critic, because that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy doing. I like studying film theory. I like studying art theory. And so I've got an interest in a lot of different things. I have preferences, right? And I also think that some things are appropriate. Like I like music, and I'm fascinated by music theory. I'm not very good at it, but I'm fascinated by it. But I wouldn't sit there and say, oh yeah, man, let's play some contemporary rock music inside of the church. Like I'm not that guy, man. I go to Latin Mass, dude. You guys saw a video of the kind of church that I go to earlier in the show. Man, it smells like food. Is my wife making food? Man, it smells really good. I can smell it down the stairs. I'm like, what is she making? So yeah, but in no way does this inspire Christmas joy. And to think in a few weeks, he's going to be standing over a baby Jesus at the Vatican. How did we get here? It's a good question. It's a good question. And by the way, my buddy Leonard posted this. He said, can truth and goodness abide in the presence of the beautiful? Or in the absence, I'm so sorry. In the presence, I'm like, did he really read that? No, I was looking ahead, and I'm distracted by the smell of the food. You better bring some down here. Oh, man. She can hear me. I bet she can hear me. She better bring some food down here. Instead, I'm going to eat right on the show. You guys are all eating probably. Can truth and goodness abide in the absence of the beautiful? Okay. So here it is. Now, in fairness, okay, that kind of reminds me a little bit of at least the little buggers here. What would these be? I mean, is that supposed to be Mary and Joseph on the right and left? And if so, what is this? Is that the angel in the middle? That might give us a brand new idea, kind of a little bit as to what's going on here. But if that's Mary on the right, and if that's Joseph on the left, that'd be, of course, baby Jesus, which would not be revealed until Christmas Eve, right? Or when the clock strikes midnight, right? And then you would have, if that would be, I'm assuming then, the angel with the crazy lasers, that might make it a little bit different. A little bit, okay? Although, what do you make then of the astronaut-looking thing? What do you make of that? I mean, are they playing into the idea of aliens? Somebody mentioned, they emailed me recently and they asked what I thought about that. If I thought that aliens or the multiverse played into the book of Revelation, for example. But if this is the case, they kind of remind me of those Russian, what do they call it, man? You can open them up. My sister, she's Eastern Orthodox, and they have a nativity that kind of has, people shaped this way. Not the middle part, not that, but the Mary and the Joseph. If that, I'm assuming that's exactly what this is. In fact, I'm confident. But it's a good question. Oh no. Yeah, it's a good question, and it's one that I really truly believe would need to be answered. Where's the? I thought I had the thing for this. Hold on a second. Let's see here. The Catholic Herald. Oh, okay. It's probably, yeah. There we go. So I already got it. So all right. So I mean, as you can see, like I'm not just making it up. I mean, there's some real weirdness going on here, like the spacesuit man, right? What's going on with the spacesuit man over there? And how is this very attractive at all? It's even got the weird kind of stuff in the background. It says this year's Vatican nativity scene revealed tonight comes from a town in the Abruzzi region of Italy, famous for its ceramics. Its creators say it's meant to have a contemporary and unconventional look, influenced by ancient Greek, Sumerian, and Egyptian art. What do you guys think? I mean, it's a smattering. They're like, well, let's just, kind of mix up all this stuff. A little bit, with the spaceman over here, Rocket Man. And again, I don't want to dog the idea that it's artistic, but this right here, Joe Grabowski, a cool guy, by the way. A cool guy, by the way. The Vatican's embarrassing sci-fi. What is that? Is that Kretsch? Is that how you pronounce that? Right here. And I wanted to go through this because I think that it's good to do. I think this is valuable, and it's within the context of talking about what we can do. Because I said I'm not going to spend a bazillion years anymore and all this time on talking about the election, not only because of the threats and stuff, but I think it's at this point, with no arrests going on, and with all of this, I think it's humiliating. It's dehumanizing. You just sit there and you say, okay, wow, so we can know this all the time. We can find out all of these things all the time, and we can find it out all the time. And it just, for some reason, it's like it just simply doesn't matter. It just simply doesn't matter. And it's been true. It's been true for a very long time. But now, because of technology, we get more and more information. We can see it. More and more people doing tests, we can see it. And the establishment says, we're not even going to look at it. We're going to deny that it exists. Then we're going to deny that it's actually important. Then we're going to just simply mock you and say that you're a crazy person. So, I can sit there and play that game and do the rope-a-dope with them where I'm the dope. Or I can sit there and say, we need to figure out how we're actually going to take this crap back because these suckers need to go. These suckers got to hit the road, Jack. And it's got to be more than just simply threats. We can't just say, you got to watch out, man. You got to put that money where the mouth is. You got to show up and do it. Let the rubber hit the road. But then you got to know, what am I doing? So we're talking about stuff like truth, beauty, education, raising kids, getting involved in politics and economics, culture. What are the tools of Christian dominion? What are those tools? If it's been done before, it can be done again. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. At the end of this extremely difficult year, people are looking for beauty, for something to elevate, inspire, and unite them. And the scene offered in St. Peter's Square gives them something else altogether, said the art historian Elizabeth Lev. The misshapen figures in the nativity scene lack all grace, proportion, vulnerability, and luminosity that one looks for in the manger scene. The entire point of this holiday is the second person of the Trinity taking human form, born as a baby of flesh and blood. And there's nothing particularly human about the forms that we see before us. Now, apparently, in America, the magazine, I'm not a big fan of that, by the way, Pope Francis wrote about the Christmas nativity just last year. He says, it helps us to imagine the scene. It touches our hearts and makes us enter into salvation history as contemporaries of an event that is living and real in a broad gamut of historical and cultural context. Well, that's true. That's true, but I don't know, it's true about the salvation history part, right? Right? So I get that, the Catholicity of salvation history. Well, you understand, right? But at the same time, the idea of saying, well, a good way to demonstrate this is like those books where it's divided into three. You can flip pages, each page, and it's got eyes and a nose and a mouth, and you can flip it to mix and match stuff. But imagine if it was wildly different styles of art, and you just mix and match and make this kind of crazy stuff. And each one's kind of different, and you're like, what is this? And you're like, it's Catholicity. No. No. Okay? We got to be better. We got to be better than that. He says these fanciful additions show that in the new world inaugurated by Jesus, there is room for whatever is truly human and for all God's creatures. Okay, I don't know how this shows that. I don't know how this shows that. Okay, but I guess I can imagine. But I feel like to do that, we really do have to get to that place where we're the kind of art critic that's able to look at a banana duct taped to a wall and find something extraordinarily profound. And I'm not saying that this particular scene is the equivalent of that. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that you kind of do have to have the magical eyeballs that that person has. It's unfortunate. But he didn't mean characters from sci-fi, though. He meant more plausible characters, from the shepherd to the blacksmith, from the baker to the musicians, from the woman carrying jugs of water to the children at play. All this speaks of the everyday holiness, the joy of doing ordinary things in an extraordinary way. And by the way, I love that, by the way, from the Pope. Think about this and think about yourselves. What do you do for a living? How do you fit into that, by the way? How do you fit into that? What is your job? Are you a mail person? Do you work in stores? Are you in the back, right? At the facility, the store, the docks that are bringing stuff in, shipping stuff out? Are you in the lumber yard listening to the show? What are you doing? Are you a service provider? Do you work at a cell phone store? What are you doing? Are you a nanny? Are you a housewife? Are you a teacher? Whatever it is. This is great. From the shepherd to the blacksmith, from the baker to the musicians, from the women carrying jugs of water to the children at play. All this speaks of everyday holiness. I mean, this is literally the heart of what we're saying on our show. The joy of doing ordinary things in an extraordinary way, born whenever Jesus shares his divine life with us. That's why we rejoice. That's why we're howling at the sun, isn't it? But this is embarrassing. It's not the depiction of the birth of our Lord's faithful Catholics want and what the world needs. Grabowski has often complained that Catholics ought to be more careful about airing dirty laundry before the world or allowing internal debates over theology and praxis to become stumbling blocks to those outside the church. I agree with that, which is why I've said many times, I have people on in the comments sometimes, they're just, guns a-blazing, guns akimbo at the Pope, and I'm like, you might want to, holster those buggers a little. I understand Protestants doing that. That's okay. We got Protestants who tune into the show. If they were saying that stuff about the Pope, I'd understand that. I just don't know many Catholic people who do that, who also are willing to give credit where it's due. It's almost like it's almost like it's a bad enthusiasm. But ugly modern art is nothing new, and the divine constitution of Christ's church does not protect the church against such influences from the culture. More than that, the Constitution includes the need to engage new cultures and to discern what in them can be adapted and reformed for the church's use. This is true. It's not like Jesus said, it's not like God's like, the only good art is art from Europe. That's just not true. And people can look at some of the early Greek art and go, man, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Those don't look like people. That looks kind of weird to us, to the eye, the modern eye. This developed over time. Let's see here. When the church encounters a new culture of, say, an indigenous tribe, or a society quite foreign to European aesthetics and sensibilities, she will experiment with blending some of their native expressions. Okay, so some of the styles in art. What else would you do, by the way? And anyone who looks at it at history of icons and religious imagery, you're going to see some of that. It doesn't always look the same. It developed, by the way. She will experiment with blending some of their native expressions with the church's patrimony as part of the work of evangelization. It's therefore fairer to say that she also do this with modern Western culture. But the experiments can be messy. Sometimes they turn out to be failed experiments. Witness this particular sci-fi tinged debacle. So I'm really grateful that he's willing to say that, but also to be, I'm very honest about this particular thing. Okay? This particular thing. But he says, look, he says he doesn't want it to be blown out of proportion. I agree with him on that, by the way. I agree with him on that. In fact, maybe it should inspire us. Maybe it should inspire us not only to familiarize ourselves with pieces that we may have thought would have been better, but to really do a better job about putting together family altars of our own, nativity scenes of our own. Wouldn't that be the case? To say, what is it if we see something that has been a negative thing, right? Something that's ugly. Well, let's change it. Let's provide something to the world of beauty. Something that, is with the family. That's what it's about. Even while this horror show is on display at the Vatican grounds, churches throughout Rome and beyond will hold beautiful and sublime Christmas liturgies featuring the best of the church's artistic heritage, like Palestrina and Talus. Within a stone's throw of this display, and I hinted at this yesterday, this is where he ends on it. Within a stone's throw of this display are examples of the most beautiful frescoes of Michelangelo and of the most otherworldly sculpture of Bernini that the church has lovingly preserved for centuries. Pilgrims, a century hence, will stand in awe under the Sistine Chapel ceiling, and no memory of this nonsense will be preserved. We should be grateful. We should be grateful, but we ought to also understand that so much of art is in fact a Trojan horse. Okay? No matter, well, in fact, I would say inevitably in a way, right? You're going to have messages all the time. No matter what it is, it's going to be some kind of a message. You got a car, this meme is great. Car salesman slaps roof of horse. This bad boy can fit nothing in it. It's just a gift, trust me. And we get that a lot of times with art. We get that a lot of times with art where they say it doesn't matter the content. It doesn't matter the message at all. It's irrelevant, entirely irrelevant. I'm not so laissez-faire. I'm not so laissez-faire. And we can see this. In fact, here's an example, by the way. Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy character Star-Lord, is now apparently, according to Us Magazine, as well, it was all over the place, is bisexual and polyamorous. A new Marvel comic confirms. Oh, wow, great. How edgy is that, man? How edgy and original. I've never seen that crap before. Ha, ha, ha. Man, they really took me off guard. Never imagined that you would, rainbowify that crap. We got to come up. I don't want to say rainbowify, man, because rainbow is great. Rainbow flags have come to have a different message. But here's the thing. Chris Pratt, he's one of those guys. He ends up, he goes to, where does he go to that church, man? Yeah, it says, it has recently been suggested that I belong to a church which hates a certain group of people and is infamously anti-LGBTQ. He said on his Instagram. Of his Hillsong church, nothing could be further from the church. I go to a church that opens their door to absolutely everyone. My hope is that, well, so does the Catholic Church. But the idea is that you have to confess your sins. It's not like, well, look, come on in. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to change your ways. There's expectations. Again, not laissez-faire. Otherwise, I guess unless maybe you're Unitarian. I don't know. Maybe you're part of that coexist cult. I don't know. Hillsong, it's popped out like crazy. I mean, you get what you got with that crap. It's mushy gushy. I can imagine a day coming where they're going to be completely beholden to the global reset agenda. I don't know how they could actually really fight against it. But the big question that you've got here, and we got to pray for this kind of guy, man, because there's very few people at high levels within Hollywood at all, who give any belief whatsoever in Jesus Christ and maintain that. You've got, what's his name, man? The guy from the show Chuck. Oh, what was the movie he was in, the superhero one? Which one was that? It was newer. It was awesome. It was a good movie, actually. Man, dude, it's going to drive me nuts. He's got a red outfit. He's got a lightning bolt, not Flash. Right? Was it a lightning bolt? What is it, man? Not The Incredibles. I'm like thinking it's going to whittle it down, man. I think it's going to whittle it down. It's not true. But the guy who played Chuck in the show Chuck, okay, that guy. He used to talk and people were always asking him, how is it that you're so smiley, man? Why are you so happy all the time? And he would say, it's because of Jesus Christ. And he would talk to him about Jesus Christ. And over time, he slowly got to this place. I don't know where he even stands on that stuff anymore. It kind of turned into, I'm more spiritual now. I'm more spiritual, not religious. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. And so, I don't want to throw him under the bus. Maybe the guy's still loving the Lord. Have no idea. But it sure as heck doesn't sound like it's as significant. This guy, on the other hand, has been kind of standing in the breach for a minute. And now they basically want him to make out with other dudes. Be a good example to the kids. Why don't you tongue that other guy's mouth? They want to make him polyamorous. In other words, he'd be willing to do the funky town bumping uglies with some furries. Oh, yeah, furries, man, I'm down, dude. I'm down, dog. Oh, trannies? Yeah, I'm down, dog. Shazam. Yes, Shazam's the movie. Sony is planning on to make Spider-Man bisexual. Give him a boyfriend. That's great, man. You get to see. We all remember the original the Spider-Man movie where you got what's her name hanging down, man. You got what's her name hanging down upside down and pulling up the mask. Or he's hanging upside down and she pulls up the mask and they have that kiss for a second. We remember that. Well, guess what, dude? Now you're gonna get it with some dudes. Some dudes are gonna do that. Look, how original is that? Wow, look at all of the crazy crap you're doing, and it's always the same freaking crap all the time. You see this stuff at the end of bookstores in these sections all the time. Look at the reading list all the time. Propaganda in your face. Speaking of propaganda in your face, and look, I'm not just telling you this to get you riled up. I'm not just telling you this to get you to be like, man, why is he sharing all these terrible stories? You have to know your enemy, and you must know what you're up against when you are going to decide to activate that will, to say, I'm going to resolve deep inside, to get involved. I want to know how to make good art. I want to know how to recognize good art. I want to provide the world with something better than this demonic, satanic bullcrap. I want to do it. I've got to do it. Because I don't want to complain anymore. Give me something that doesn't freaking suck. Give me something good, man. And not just a story that you like the ending. Make it good. Tell the freaking story. Learn how to use a camera. Learn about lighting. Learn about sets. Learn about all of these things. Do a better job. You got to start somewhere. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to let people down and be like, oh, well, I'm not very good at it. You know what? You got to start somewhere. But try to make it better. Because I feel like so much Christian art and modern stuff, so much Christian art, so much Christian music, so many Christian movies, Christian plays, you name it. It's like, it's like Were Rooster. And if you don't know about Were Rooster, don't worry about it. In fact, I encourage you, don't even go and watch it. It's not only perverted, it's a waste. And I don't know why. I don't know why this is the case. Maybe we became so heavenly minded we were no earthly good anymore. We're escapist. Escapist, maybe. For a long time, I wonder. But to sit there and to say, why is it, I remember in the 80s listening to Christian rock music, and I'm thinking, it was, even all the way up through the 90s, it was always behind. Why aren't they making cutting edge stuff? Why aren't they the ones? They ought to be. They ought to be. And why is it? And maybe part of it's that reservation mentality that says if you're going to make a song, it better say Jesus and grace and salvation in it. Or if you're going to paint a painting, it better have a crucifix in it or a man praying. You always got to have that little symbol, that little virtue signal all the time. As if God couldn't simply give you the gifts and talents to write a really powerful story. And people really ought to read Dante, man. View on Christianity. In his book, Triple Excommunicated, A Rebel Without a Shul, Luke Ford wrote about a conversation with Goldstein. What is his name? Al Goldstein? In which Ford asked Goldstein why Jews were dramatically overrepresented in the porn industry. He answered, the only reason that Jews are in pornography is that we think that Christ sucks. Catholicism sucks. We don't believe in authoritarianism. Pornography thus becomes a way of defiling Christian culture as it penetrates to the very heart of the American mainstream and is no doubt consumed by those very same wasps. Its subversive character becomes more charged. Ford asked, do you believe in God? He said, I believe in me. He said, I believe in me. I'm God. Screw God. God is your need to believe in some super being. I am the super being. I am your God. Admit it. We're random. We're the flea on the butt of a dog. And you know what? So much modern art is conveying that message. You're the flea on a butt of a dog. You're random. There's no rhythm and rhyme. There's no proportion. There's no beauty. It's all in the eyes of the beholder. And there's no logic to what you are beholding. We need to get back to that place again where we are making the art that the world will always remember. It sucks to say. There's no reason, by the way. There is no reason. Think about it. Why do we go back and say, man, this statue was made hundreds of years ago. Look at how amazing it is. And you go, why can't you do this today? Why? And not to replace that, but to build on the beauty of these things, to do even greater things. If they were able to do greater things than before, when it came to this, most people would even agree. You look at some of the earliest icons, some of the earliest statues, stuff like that. You say, look at the earliest stuff. Even look at some of the earliest stories, classics. I like reading classics. I'm reading the Odyssey right now. But I don't read the Odyssey and think that it's the most amazing story in the universe. It is powerful. I love reading it. But we've in fact come a long way. In some ways, much better. In some ways, much better. Maybe the Iliad. I don't know, man. I love the Iliad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of let down. I actually wonder, is it really written by the same person? And was Homer even just one person? It'd be interesting to talk about. But why not make things that are great? Why not make things that are more spectacular than before for the Lord, that can be part of that history? That maybe one day in the future that the Vatican will look at the nativities that we made. Pornhub removes most of its videos in effort to purge illegal content. Wow, what? Okay, it's a little bit off because I need to keep on trucking here. Pornhub appears to have removed most of the smutty videos from its site, apparently taking down more than 10 million as part of its recent crackdown on illegal content. Well, that's a good start. The remainder of them have got to go. They got to go, man. They got to go. We got to get it off. Get it off all the way. All the way. NBC preps Zorro with female lead who fights for social justice. Wow, man. Wow, NBC, you're really original. Screw you, man. What a dumb thing. And see, this is the thing. This is what makes it even worse. What makes it even worse is that we are up against kiddie pool people. We are up against some of the worst art in the world right now. Some of the worst stories. Played out, super weak, predictable as the morning sun, pathetic, stuff that won't even be remembered anymore. And we're up against that, and we aren't winning. We can do better. We can do better than this. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. In the comments. Right here. Right here. Let's see. The church needs a patron of good art again. Remember when we used to fund good art, which resulted in a lot of classic pieces coming out of the Renaissance? Oh, totally 100%. Another person, yep, I agree, was talking to a friend about the song and video WAP. I'm not even going to say what that is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Thoroughly disgusting. Such a bad influence on our young people. It does. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me see here. I shared. Oh boy. Let me see. Where is this thing? I'm gonna find this and see if I shared it here. If not, on my Telegram. Give me one moment here, because this would be good. This would be good here. Let me see. I think I did. Would it be this? Let me see. Yeah, right here. I'm gonna talk about bad influence on kids. Here we go. Right here. Okay. Well, yeah. It was a brief delay. Okay. So here we go. Cartoon Network. We have to make decisions, guys. We have to come to the place where we say, look, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to keep on doing this crap? Do you let your kid sit in front of the TV and watch Cartoon Network? Here's what they want. Here's to not only normalizing gender pronouns. Okay, so they're into the Mr. Potato Head crap. I gotcha. But respecting them, too. And it's got all the different hearts there, the different colors. Whether you use he, she, them, or something else, we acknowledge, affirm, and love you. I remember when affirming it and celebrating it. I remember when that started coming around. Satanic, man. Satanic. We've been at this game for a long time. Oh, to learn how to make the world a better, safer place, check out NBJC's Gender Justice Toolkit. Oh, hey, little kids, why don't you go to the Gender Justice Toolkit and look at people who've got all sorts of crazy going on in their brain? How is this not grooming, by the way? Gender pronouns. Describe a person's gender identity. Examples of pronouns are she, her, they, them, and ze-zer. No, it's not. ze-zer, you're making it up. You're LARPing. You guys are LARPers, dude. I have zero respect for this crap, by the way. Zero. I don't have none. None. And I'm playing that game. You come to me saying you're ze-zer, I'll tell you, no, you need to, find your way to the mental clinic. But before you do that, I strongly implore you to find your way to a church, down to an altar, and take a knee for Jesus Christ, because you're completely out of your mind. You're out of your mind, man. All around us, nothing but personal pronouns. And who gave you the right, by the way, to say where that personal pronoun idea ends? A lot of people are learning about gender. If you're comfortable, you can share your own pronouns. We can't tell someone's gender just by looking at them. And we should not assume we know. Because you know what? It's the magical video game in the brain. You don't know. You don't know. There's nothing that you'd be able to see. These people believe that reality is just like fake, dude. It's all inside the mind. Solipsism wins. Oh, reality is inside my brain. This is actually scary, by the way. This is not just like a small shift. This is seismic, man. We know. There are many gender identities. How many, by the way? And how do you know it's not infinite then? Beyond girl and boy. Oh, so you guys get to pick. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Why say many? Why not say an infinite number? An infinite number. At that point, there's no such thing. At that point, your language is so broken down that it makes no sense, which is why somebody's got to be the overlord. Somebody's got to make a decision. Some people don't identify as any gender. Oh, yeah. That's really great. Hi, my name is Cam. My pronouns are they, them. Really? And look at this kind of perversion going on. Wow, I thought there was only she, her, and he, him. I'm Alex. Mine are they, them, too. I feel seen. Dude, unbelievable. I'm Chloe. The pronouns that describe my identity are she, her. Cool. Thanks, y'all. When people use my pronouns, I feel respected, safe, and included. Yes, your pronouns reflect you. I've learned something new today. Now, the truth is, in a way, they're absolutely right. Your pronouns, in fact, do reflect that. The difference is what actually reflects reality, what reflects nature, what reflects God's design, and what reflects a world that is so discombobulated, so messed up in the brain, playing the video game of the brain, that it's just a wicked abyss with no end in sight. I think we know which one that one is. It's the one that comes at you with propaganda like this crap. Hi, Alex. I'm Stavoni. My pronouns are they, them. Well, it's a lot of they, thems floating around. Hi, Stavoni. This is my friend Alex. Nice to meet you. I use they, them pronouns too. Wow. Again, lots of they, them. Wow. It's a relief to know people who affirm who I am. Yay. And let's see this. Groom Central. They, them, they, them, they, them, she, her, he, him. Oh, where's the zer? Where's the z and zer? Where's the z and zer? Oh, look at this. Ain't that a thing? Totally gross. Using someone's pronouns shows respect. We all need to be seen and loved for who we are. See, and here's the thing, man. There's a limit even to that. I'm not even going to show this one. I'm done with this crap. I'm done with this crap. I'm done with all this crap. We have to get on to the last thing. We have to finish this up. We have about 10 minutes left. I'm going longer today. I promised I would. But this is all part of this Trojan horse. It's all part of this idea. But look at the art. Let me go back here. Let me go back here. Look at what we're up against, guys. Can you come up with better art than this? This is crap. This is crap. And it's so predictable, man. Look at so many of these cartoons that come out, man. Look at them. They're as predictable as the morning sun. You know, if you want to use computers to do it, whatever. If you believe that they're as good as using your pens and pencils, you know, whatever. I personally, I look at it and say, man, I wish that we get back, and I think it would make it unique. I think it would make it unique if we got back to that tradition to say, look, it's laborious, true. It's laborious, true, but to get back to that place where you've got actual graphite down on the paper. You've got ink down on that paper. You got paintbrushes and markers down on that paper. It's true, man. But we can do this. I mean, look, the bar is set super low. It's set super low. John Dutoit says this correctly. Hold on a second. How is it that I made 1, a short film, 2, with 0 pro crew, 3, script to scene in just over a week, 4, with amateur actors, including me, 5, did all post work except for 1 shot, 6, with 0 money, and it turns out better than decently funded projects by big shot conservatives? It's not because my short film is that great. It isn't. But so many of you liked it because you're starving for anything halfway decent. It's because conservative creators don't understand quality very much and are ego deluded. Yes, the road to success in media is harder for anyone not in the woke cult. But so much of what hinders conservatives is self-sabotage. Don't blame Hollywood if you can't make a decent film. People say, we need more money. No. A good filmmaker can make a hit on a budget. Nearly every respected auteur made their first efforts on pocket change. Conservatives are lost in every single cultural sphere I can think of. The label is cursed. Time to toss it. Just make good movies. Hollywood's collapsing anyway. Don't try to impress them. Make high quality, truthful art. Make it. And one way that we can do this I hope you guys don't even mind that we've been talking about this the whole time. I actually feel a little bit relieved that we're getting away from just talking about current events all the time. I like this stuff, man, by the way. And I hope you do too. And I hope that it gives you ideas. And if you've got ideas, man, let me know. I'd like to be part of stuff like this. I get that sense that much of the dysfunction in right-wing discourse is an intellectual class who, on paper, broadly support right-wing populism, but in practice are embarrassed by the actual people whose interest they speak for. The MAGA truck corps and Q Army are not going to flatter your sensibilities if you come from the milieu that produces the chattering class. You have to reconcile yourself to tolerating their folk beliefs and folk ways, or else why even bother with their populism? If you want populism, you, and here I mean the high-minded big brains who claim they do, you are going to have to defend what is déclassé, is it déclassé, and kitsch, or, God forbid, find the courage to just let these slights pass without declaring these people crazy and beneath you. It's true. That's why I'm saying, like, even in our ambition to make really good art, I'm grateful. And it would be easy for this to be lost. So I'm glad that this came up. It'd be easy for it to be lost that, well, Jeremiah is just bashing all of these Christian movies. And it's true. I have bashed many. I sit there and say there's tons of Christian movies that are just garbage. They're just garbage. All the way trash. Hot trash. But the thing is, I'm also, it's bittersweet that they made them. But I'd rather they make them. I even said that about Were Rooster. And that's not a Christian movie. But anyway, at all. But I said that. I said, look, I'm glad that the guy's making them. Maybe not, maybe not, but the idea that he's putting an artistic foot forward and he's trying to do this, you're going to get better over time. I look back on some of the early stuff that I did with Chad Lutsky, and he writes books now, and we co-host the podcast together, Paleo Cheese. But, we used to make videos together, and they're goofy, they're fun, they're insane, right? They're nuts, absurdist type stuff, but very, very fun, right? And yet we look at the ones that we made later, by far superior, by far, without a doubt, not even close, not even close. You can see the way that the angles of the camera, you learn through this process. But if you're honestly putting your best foot forward and you're not treating it as like, and maybe this is the point, instead of always feeling like there's a message at the core, and that message at the core, the story ends up coming from that message at the core. I think we need to break free from that. I think we need to break free from that and just simply let it be part of what we are and say, look, I tell stories. I make a show, by the way. This show, people are like, well, I think you need to be more of a Catholic show. Why don't you rename it the Catholic Hour with Jeremiah? No, dude. In your dreams, never, son. Never, never, never. Ain't gonna do it. You can go fly a kite. Not gonna do it. Why? Because it's not technically a Catholic show. I'm a Catholic man, devout, trying to live the devout life. I'm a Catholic man who talks about politics, religion, science, culture, education, parenting, life. And, of course, animal uprising of 2020. And, people falling in love with, objects in their home. Crazy stuff. Being able to challenge that little 7-year-old girl to a weightlifting competition. So we talk about all that stuff. And to me, I think that's what makes the show great. Imagine if it was like, no, the message at the core, you got to just, everything, has to some way tell this story all the time. And you go, then I'm not really telling the story. I can't show this, but man, this is one of these examples of something that would be, this is a great example of a story that's awesome, man. Hillbilly Elegy. In fact, I can't wait to see this. The preview looks awesome. It's a Ron Howard film about J.D. Vance, by the way, a former Marine who's from Southern Ohio and current Yale law student, is on the verge of landing his dream job when a family crisis forces him to return to the home he's tried to forget. J.D. must navigate the complex dynamics of his Appalachian family, including his volatile relationships with his mother, Bev, who's struggling with addiction. Fueled by memories of his grandmother, Mama, the resilient and whip-smart woman who raised him, JD comes to embrace his family's indelible imprint on his own personal journey. And it's based on J.D. Vance's #1 New York Times bestseller, and it's directed by Academy Award winner Ron Howard. It's a personal memoir. It's a personal memoir. You look and you say, look at how great it can be. It doesn't have to be crap. And the name of this thing is What Angels Really Look Like. And, you know, and okay, we'll end on this. This is the end. I won't even talk about anything else. I had ideas to talk about other stuff. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. And I'm glad you guys have stuck along, by the way. I'm glad you're sticking along, by the way. And in the comment section, people saying that, let's see here. Yeah, people, CF, oh, by the way, good to see you, CF. The CF says, you've seen this year's nativity scene. That's what we're talking about. That's what inspired this man. That is what inspired this dude. I'm going to go ahead and just add this right now. Let's see here. How far up is that going to be? How far is that? 12:53. Okay, well, wow. Oh, someone said, I think I should sleep with cranberries slip in my socks. What? Cranberry slop. Well, you can make it. You can make that. My cranberry comes neatly in a can. As grandma made it. You know, as the old family recipe, right out of the can. Let's see here. John says he's in the Capitol right now to attend the Dominion hearing. Hey, look at that, man. Yeah, Teresa DeCruz says, Jesus, please bless this shamo. He is a sick man. I think you're talking about Joe Biden. If you're talking about me, I really hope not. I think we've been friends. Huh? Chris Holt, Father Michael Rodquick. I don't know who that is, by the way. Chris Holt, not sure. Henry DHN, praying for God blessing and protection in my family. Amen. Yeah, I pray for it too, by the way. And Father Michael. Not sure. It's the Vatican, not a Star Trek museum, talking about the nativity. What's with the nativity astronaut? Look, dude, it's good. That's, not maybe the place for it. I've been wondering what that is. Maybe the fusion of, the alien idea and everything like that. James Marone says, Jeremiah, do you like Korean movies? They make some of the best movies you'll ever see. Yes, I do. But, I get into arguments with my wife because she's half Korean. But you would think based on the music and the movies and everything that she likes, the style and all that, you would think she's like, I don't know, 300% Korean. She's making up for all of the things that have lacked. And so she's like everything, I knew it. I asked her recently, I said, well, where do you think are, because the kids wanted to know what they thought were the spiciest foods and where you can find the spiciest foods. And they were like, I'm kind of giving my idea of where stuff would be. And I knew that my wife was going to say Asia. I knew she's going to say Korea. Because that's always the case. All the time, man. Or even our calendar. Even our calendar is based on this. Come on, man. Come on. Well, I'm thinking about buying a calendar and making it, it's like K-pop, but the chicks, man. Because I'm sick and tired of those gay-looking dudes. At least the chicks are feminine, man. The chicks are feminine over there, and then they got a bunch of dudes over there who also look, ragingly effeminate. Cuddling up on the same bed, looking all sexy at the screen. And I'm like, in a strawberry field and stuff. And I'm thinking, homie, what the heck, dog? Oh, man. Yeah, nesting dolls. I was talking about that earlier. Oh, and apparently my wife says it was just ramen. The smell that I was smelling earlier when I was like, man, it smells really good. And you didn't bring any down. And you're killing me, woman. You're killing me. The nativity art looks like something H.R. Geiger created. Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's see here. Michael Stark says Pope is too friendly with Obama. Infanticide is allowed and Pope needs to say something. Yeah, is friendly with Obama. Is friendly with Biden. Some say the Polish Pope would kick this Pope's butt. Look, popes have disagreed with each other, by the way. You know, that's why I'm really grateful for the chrism as it is, right? You know, and that we're not under the idea that every single word that a pope says or every, you know, moment you might fart, it's like, well, that's inspired. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see here. Let's see. Down here, a couple more of these. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Bald Eagle says Zorro et. Apparently, man. Apparently, you know, and there's, look, I think what's so sad about it is like the modern stuff, these modern heroines, right? That basically what these groups have done is simply give them a masculine body, give them masculine traits, simply make them like the most hardcore spy and killer in the world. She's taking on big thugs constantly with her hands. And you're like, really? No offense, dude. That junk is fake, man. I mean, I guess it is a fake story, right? So I don't want to play that game either. But that seems like a consistent pattern so often. And there's a hesitancy to have the traditional ways that women use their wiles against men. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Bethany says Jeremiah's rocking it today. I'm really grateful. Really, really grateful. Hidden Rabbit says it does not matter what you stick in your. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Hidden Rabbit, where? Yeah, that's what they're teaching us anyway. I don't know if you believe that. If you do, you're a real sicko. That's pretty gross. Pretty gross. Because it actually does matter. Actually, it matters a great deal. When I worked for the census, I was not allowed. And by the way, you know who else? You know who else will say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter." Satan, the devil. I got you. It doesn't matter. I know God spoke a certain way about some junk, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Don't believe in it. Don't believe in it. Don't believe it 1 minute. And then he's going to be sitting there. He's going to be dancing over your burning flesh for all eternity. Not really in the mood for that crap. Again, people need to read the Bible. Again, people need to go back and read the saints. Again, people need to go back and even read classics like Dante. You got to do it, man. You got to do it. Let's see. Rachel says, when I worked for the census, I was not allowed to assume anyone's sex or color. But that's going to get you to the point. Yeah, of course you can't, but you're also going down. I quit the first day of door-to-door interviews. Really? You're like, I'm done. I'm out. Yeah, I can only imagine. You know, I can imagine that you know, we're in a world now. I don't even need to imagine this. It's just a fact. You know, talking about Founders, right? The beer company. And you sit there and you're like, okay, the brewing company. And you say, all right, they got in trouble because they had two different printers. And those printers were used for different things. And those printers, I believe, were even on different floors. One of those was a black printer, really black. Another one was white, which, by the way, those two colors in printers are the most popular colors in printers on the planet. So not uncommon at all. And they'd been there for a minute. And the manager would say, well, yeah, go use the white printer for those, or use the black printer for this, because they were used for different things. And they got in trouble. He was accused of being a racist, the manager. He was accused of being a racist. And so he comes in, and what does he do? He's in that world where he's put in a position where they ask, well, did you not know that this man was black? I would have said, did you not know that I could tell somebody that they can use a black printer if they're black? But he didn't do that. He wasn't comfortable in his own skin. So what did he do? I didn't know that he was black. I don't just make assumptions. Dude, the guy's super black. And the thing is, in law, they'll make a joke out of you. They'll say, what, you didn't notice that? You don't have fully functioning... And they got you squirming. They got you squirming, say, no, dude, it's obvious homeboy's black. I don't know where that would mean he comes from, but homeboy's totally black. Just like I'm totally white. Look at my freaking face, dude. Looking like straight up Thor. Looking like some Nordic junk, dude. Some Viking junk. Nobody's going to sit there and say, are you African American? No, I'm not, dude. Look at me. Don't give me this crap. That's where we are. Cadet Ellie Body says F, and F. Not entirely sure What that means, yeah, maybe talking about the terrible stuff that was being shown. Because I think that it's Cadet Ali Body, what's up with that? What's up with that? I don't know. People have seen, okay, James says, I've seen kindergarten make better macaroni art. Yeah, dude, it's possibly true. I will make a short film on blatty Christians. What do you mean by blatty? I saw that before. We're going to go ahead and just say, what is blatty? B-L-A-D-Y. Badly behaved, unpleasant, and beastly. Yeah, you can, dude. There's plenty of them out there, buddy. There's plenty of them out there. Yeah, I don't think Cadet is a friend. I don't think Cadet's a friend. That's okay. I don't mind having you along for the ride. I play cat and mouse with people like that. So if that is in case the fact, if you're the person out there, FFF, and you're, I don't know if you're the one that was saying it doesn't matter what people put in their mouths. I don't think that's the person. And I don't want to misrepresent you either. But there's plenty of things you can talk about. Yeah, badly behaved Christians. You can make a short film about it. There's plenty of them out there. But I will say this about badly behaved Christians. They are better than many of the badly behaved non-Christians, if for no other reason than at least according to their own standards and their belief that there are actual objective standards, they can be recognized as being bad. Whereas it's rather bizarre for people who don't believe in such objective standards of morality, ethics, stuff like that, to make videos criticizing people for disobeying objective standards, because even the hypocrisy itself would not be objectively bad. It would just be like your opinion no better than chocolate. It's like you making a video about people who don't like chocolate and going, aha, look, I got you, blatty. Good luck with it. I do daily hand practice to see Hollywood hot girls. Yeah, by the way, I wouldn't be surprised. You sound like a real sicko. Let's see. Politics is downstream from culture. Andrew Breitbart, totally true. They've overplayed their hands this time. You're right, Jeremiah. And so, girl, yeah. I'm glad you're in. It's over. It's true. Yeah, you're right. It's over. It's over, son. It's over, sister. And now we know the enemy. Liars from the beginning. Keep on plugging. There are legions of good people who've lost so much. It's totally true, by the way. Yeah, and James says the best Christian movies aren't even overt Christian movies. Yeah, and I ain't black. You ain't black. So last thing, we're in fact, I might even just hold off on this for tomorrow. But I'll say this much, right? How angels really look according to the Bible, heaven might be more bizarre than blissful. I think it's both, by the way. If you think about it, if you think about this, you got, for example, the cherubim, right? The book of Ezekiel, the prophet's vision depicts them as having 4 faces, that of a lion, an ox, an eagle, and a human. They have straight legs, 4 wings, and bull hooves for feet that gleam like polished brass. One set of wings covers their body, and the other is used for flight. So look a little bit like that. Let's see. Maybe. So artistic depictions of this. And by the way, how would this not make a much better film than the ones that come down and then just got 1 set of wings? You know what I'm saying? The ones that look like Fabio with wings. How would this not be more hardcore? Look at them buggers. Let's see here. The term angel comes from the Greek word angelos, which originated from the Hebrew word for messenger, malak. The malakim are messengers of God and are the closest looking to us humans. They're the 3rd in rank among the 4. Okay, when you get there and you say often acted as messengers like Gabriel. Okay. You talked about the Immaculate Conception. These named angels are often the ones people think of when asked to imagine one. However, while they look like human beings, there was no mention of them having wings in the Bible. The earliest known Christian image of an angel from the mid-3rd century was without wings. It wasn't until the late 4th century that artists reimagined angels with the possession of wings. According to some researchers, this was done to represent their sublime nature, despite artists knowing that Scripture did not describe them as having wings. Which so you say, okay, let's look at that, and you go think of the way that this would play out if you have an everyday looking individual that is in fact an angel. But then when they transform, it's not just one set of wings that comes out. All of a sudden, they're looking like that. Yeah, man. Look at this. The seraphim is an angelic being that surrounds the throne of God, singing holy, 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 in unison to God's approach. The prophet describes them as having 6 wings, 2 of which are for flying, while they use the other to cover their heads and feet. Seraphim are the second highest rank according to Maimonides' angelic hierarchy. Where would they be? Where would that be in ours? Once they trace the historical influence of the seraphim from its name, and by the way, I don't want to get into the angelology too much, just there, but to simply say, look at the way that these things are portrayed. Look at the way, okay, and we can go through one day and do the Saint Michael Chaplet, right? Saint Michael Chaplet would have the all the different levels of this and the powers, okay, the ones with the wheels, okay, in Ezekiel's account. Amazing wheels that are within wheels that spin around, activated from the inside. Powerful stuff, by the way. Powerful stuff. So powerful, in fact, and so wild, in fact, to the eye and to the imagination. Right here, okay? Right here, here you go. Look at this. So powerful and wild to the imagination that many people, modern minds, can only imagine it, can only put it in a mental framework, if they can imagine that the person who's writing about it is stoned on a bunch of hallucinogenic drugs. And you go, no, but we have that at our disposal. We have that stuff, and look, we can break free from the ideas that we have, so many of the limitations that we have with art, and realize that we are given great and sometimes wild and even bizarre, extraordinary images and symbols. God is great, guys. God is great. And I truly hope that no matter what it is, even if your art sucks, I encourage you, man, draw something. Draw something. Draw some stuff, for a wolf pack. Send that, man. I'll share it. Send some stuff. Draw with your kids. Color with your kids. Learn to paint something. Fiddle around with a camera. Fiddle around with a video camera. Do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do. I'm really grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for all of you. And all right, we are heading out, guys. We are heading out. If my wife and boy would like to come downstairs real quick. By the way, I appreciate all of you, man. Yesterday I was talking about Bibles, and I wanted my wife to find I was telling her it's either in this room or it's in that room. It was the Knox Study Bible, because I showed the Dewey Reams that I have. I talked about the King James Version that I have from my grandmother. I talked about the Orthodox Study Bible that I have, but this one here, this is my version of the Knox Bible. It's quite old. Okay, what year was this made, man? Oh, it's got a letter to Patty. Wow, yeah, I've seen that before. Let's see here. 1959. Sorry about that. Yeah, 1959. And so this is my edition from 1959. I said that I had one from the 1800s, and I'll make a video over at paleocratdiaries.com about that. So again, I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Is Lucian sleeping? What? Get over here, man. Get over here, boy. You gotta get over here, Angie. What? She's gotta get her sweater. I understand, man. I've been wearing this all day long. Hold on a second. Look at my boy. Do you see yourself, buddy? Yeah. Do you see yourself right there? Yeah. Wave at everybody. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. So this is little Lucian. This is my little guy, Lucian Ignatius. I don't know if you can see. You see that hair color? Yeah, that's he's got that spot there in the back Okay, and so we have to keep an eye on some stuff for that. It's not necessarily the cool. I mean, it looks mega dope, but there's reason for some concern. Oh, my hair, wrong way, man. We got to get that hair over here. I like that better. I like that better. All right. We'll love you. So, okay, you got to get over here. So yeah, here comes Ailey. We're really grateful for all of you. And again, remember to check out paypal.me, /Paleocrat. Okay. paypal.me/Paleocrat. And remember also the GoFundMe for my sister. It's in the comments section. You can see that if you watch this afterward. Make sure to scroll around. You can see it. And I'm really grateful again for each and every one of you. Super, super grateful. I guess I better scroll just to make sure there's no super chat like there was yesterday. And again, that super chat that I missed, I really do apologize for that. And I just want to let you know that I'm trying to do better about that. We'll get my site monetized as soon as possible. It's already qualified for it. We'll get it. So, yeah, really great. All right. Super grateful for each and every one of you. And again, every single Monday through Friday, around 10ish to noonish or 1ish, or today 1:30, because we were rocking hard, kids. Make sure to go to paleocratdiaries.com to learn more about the show, to learn more about the Team Tiny Dancer family, as well as to connect for interviews and speeches and all other inquiries. I'd love to connect with you. You can do all of that at paleocratdiaries.com or emailing us at paleocratdiaries@gmail.com. Of course, paypal.me/Paleocrat if you'd like to support the show that way. Check out my work over at Paleo Cheese Podcast, as well as Meaning of Catholic. We love doing the show. And remember, tomorrow, Joe P from Frontlines with Joe and Joe is going to be on the show. You're not going to want to miss it. Until next time, remember, as we always say, never give up. Keep on smiling. And memento mori. If I don't talk into microphones, I don't make that mad cash. Making all that money. Making that mad loot, right?
Mind control.
So we see the minority elite imposing their ideology on an unwilling and resentful populace. This causes a backlash. People get ticked off.
The left is working long and hard to make us feel as if we've done something wrong. Worse yet, that we are the problem. Don't let people just rip on your heritage. Don't let people just rip on your traditions. Don't let people rip on your heroes. Stand up for what you believe, what made you who you are. So unless this disenfranchised majority begins standing up for what they believe in their heart of hearts to be true, I think we'd be left with nothing more than a dirge, and maybe a funeral procession.